Umpires this afternoon, Glenn James and David Howlett. David Howlett with Peter Cameron had charge of that memorable game at the MCG last Monday, the drawn clash between North Melbourne and Hawthorn. And we were having a chat to him before the game. It will live in his memory for quite some time. I think many people that watched it too would agree with those comments.
Well, it's one of the best games we've seen for many years, and it's what football's all about. You know, we criticised that match yesterday with the fighting. I don't condone it, Pete, but the public seem to like it a bit, Bob, don't they? All they were talking about up here today to us was the Hawthorn-Geelong clash, not the other game.
Just goes to show there's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's right. That's right, Pete.
Umpire Howlett checking with the captains to see that they're ready. Sevens big lead from the Sydney Cricket Ground. It's the first quarter of the Swans versus St Kilda. St Kilda kicking to the right in the first quarter. The Swans will be kicking to the Bradman stand. Knocked down by Ironmonger. Chance now for the St Kilda side to swing into attack through Morwood. Up towards the left half-forward flank, but a good mark has been taken by Dersma. Dersma's gone for a pass. Hughes out on the right centre wing takes the grab. He's gone for a pass to Dennis Carroll at right half-forward flank. Carroll's kick dropping a little bit short. Up towards the full forward position. Danaher went up, can't take the mark. In goes Carey for St Kilda. A big pack of players developing down there. And it will be a ball up as Keel comes out with the ball. And umpire Howlett will ball it up at centre half forward for the Sydney Swans.
I think Danaher started on the wing too, Bob.
Ironmonger loses that one out. The umpire's found a free kick. It might be going to St Kilda. It is, and it will be taken by Paul Morwood. Paul's kick up towards half forward. In goes Cunningham, picked up by Keel now, roving it well. Keel with the left footer, trying to find Lock down there. Out comes Carter, backs his judgment. Lockett gets a favourable bounce, dives on top of it. In goes Dersma. He gets offloaded out there by St Kilda's Carbone. Browning. Swan skipper might be out of bounds. It is. I think it could be on the full, and the free kick will be taken for the Saints by Narkle. Narkle at left half forward flank. A long way from goal. Plenty of Swans players are there. The ball twisted well clear. Picked up by Danaher. Well, in fact, almost. He's got the attack of the fumbles. Dersma. Chance for the Saints, getting grabbed too high, possibly with Manning, but the ball is out of bounds. Manning comes out with the free kick. Ball still across the half-forward line for St Kilda. Ironmonger in front. The umpire has plucked out a free kick to St Kilda. What was that for, Bob Skelton?
It was for shepherding when the ball was further than 5 metres away, Sandy. And
try Peter.
I work a lot with Sandy, you know. And Pete, it doesn't take long for the ball to travel 5 metres through the air, and Rod Carter was shepherding to allow the big fellow out, Ironmonger, to go for it, and so Tony Lockett with the free kick.
And he's only about 10 metres out from goal on a very slight angle. It should be the first goal coming up now for St Kilda at the 2.5-minute mark. Yes, it's a goal. So Lockett's got one goal. That's a good start for the Saints, and that would certainly give them a bit of encouragement, Bob.
Yes, it would, Lou, and they're getting the ball away from the centre, and it's a good start for St Kilda so far. The Swans have lined up with one short on the forward line. Fashini has got no man to mind on the back line at the moment, and so the Swans with an extra player upfield, and it looks as though it may be Dennis Carroll.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone of this first quarter. St Kilda one goal to the Swans yet to score. Knocked out by Carey. Tomei tried to get it clear. It's finally kicked over the half-forward line by Hughes. But there's Alfredson taking the mark. A hand pass to Fashini. Fashini at centre-half back, boots the ball back towards the centre of the ground. Carey, but too good that time. Ackley takes a good mark in front of the bigger opponent. So there we see Ackley at centre field, driving it over the half-forward line. Brown goes the punch. The ball hits the deck. It's driven up there by Evans. A long kick up towards the forward line. Barry Round got under that one, couldn't pick it up. It's tapped out by Frawley. A hand pass coming out now, but the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Morwood down there in the back pocket. Certainly moving around for a centre player, Bob.
He covers a fair amount of territory, Lou.
Got a 15-metre penalty. This brings Morwood up to centre half forward. St Kilda one goal to the Swans yet to score. Kicked short, the ball pushed to the ground by Carey, doing a lot of buffeting. Oh, he's grabbed too high, is he? Oh, I thought he was grabbed on the back then, Bob.
He was grabbed by the jumper, yes. I don't agree with that free kick, but I think he copped one that's a bit high anyway.
Kick out wide now towards the wing position. It beats the pack, and the ball is out of bounds on the half-forward line for St Kilda, about 60 metres around from their goal. St Kilda 1 goal to the Swans yet to score just over the 4-minute mark of the first quarter.
Boundary throw in front of the Brawongal stand. Good tackle by Ironmonger. Chance for Keel. Ball in the centre wing position. Keel goes for a hand pass. It's not a good one. The ball once again out of bounds. And we'll see it thrown into play. 4.5 minutes gone in the term. Still only the 1 score. Kicked by Lockett of St Kilda from a free kick against Rod Carter for shepherding. Ball knocked down by Cowie. St Kilda getting the ball away well. Picked up by Tomei. Tomei's gone for a short pass. Lockett leading out well.
On behind play.
Yes, nice old dish up across the half-forward line for St Kilda.
Must have been
Browning and Morwood.
watching Channel 7 last night. I'd reckon, Clint, it's contagious.
Browning and Morwood having a few words.
Well, the guy Munger and the big fella Cowie having a couple of words to say too, Bob.
I'll pick on somebody. I think I'd leave Ironmonger alone.
It was a beautiful pass from Tomei, just the same.
It was a ripper, wasn't it? And we'll watch that again. Lockett leading out well. Takes the mark in front of Rod Carter. So Tony Lockett coming into form mid-season.
Big lump of a lad, isn't he?
Certainly large. Lockett about 40 metres out from goal. A little bit closer now as he prepares for the kick. Taking plenty of time about it. Looks good from here. Squeezes it in for his second goal. St Kilda leading by 12 points. The Swans yet to score. Ironmonger wins that one out. Chance for the Swans. Take it away for them down there by Evans. Evans' kick is long. It looks pretty good. It's their first score. Great goal. 6 points the difference.
Well, that's one quick way of answering. And,
the quickest possible.
as we watch again on replay. Ironmonger gets it down. Murphy's short kick. And you don't get many longer kicks than that, because he was well inside the centre square line when he kicked that ball.
Bernie Evans getting 1. Of course, he kicked 9 when these two sides met earlier in the year. Is he going to be in for another good day this afternoon? 6 points the difference in favour of St Kilda. Ironmonger in the ruck again. He got the tap out before. Let's see if he can do it once more. Centre square infringement. Which way will the free kick go? It might be to St Kilda. And Cowie, it looks like, will take the free kick. And the 15-metre penalty will assist him, bringing him up to a position just short of centre half forward.
He goes for the long kick, looking there for Lockett again, but not a good one. It hits the deck. Going after it now is Knuckle. It bounces okay for him. Knuckle hooks the ball back towards the forward pocket, but down goes Carbone. He couldn't get clear, and the umpire said it's home the ball.
Didn't have much chance, did he?
Certainly didn't. Ball cleared away now by Dersma. And there's a good mark taken by Hughes, but there's a free kick. It'll go to Cruz out there on the centre wing position for a push in the back. Back across there towards the centre half forward position. The ball hits the deck. Picked up here again by Evans. A hand pass to Morwood, looking for Evans again. Plays the ball beautifully. Got a chance for goal number 2. Knocks the ball out the right. A snap at goal, and they've put it through for 1 point. So it's 1 goal, 7 points, the Swans. To St Kilda, 2 goals, 12 points. And of course, those 2 goals have already been kicked by Lockett. He's off to a great start. There's a pass coming out wide, looking for Manning, but it's marked here by Tomei. Gives the hand pass back to the wrong man. Bad play on the part of Tomei that time. This allows Morwood to go for a pass to Bernie Evans. He's got it. He's got to play that one. It was a real slip catch job, that one.
Too good for the Australian team.
I'd say. I could do with him over there. And this is most unlike Bernie Evans. Bob with the socks down. I haven't seen him look that untidy.
Might show he's a little bit more determined today.
That's right. Well, he kicked 9 there last time, as Pete mentioned before. In the early part of the first match of the year. There's the kick on its way by Bernie Evans. But this time he's up target and it's through for 1 point. So they're 1 goal, 2.
He's kicked it all.
8 points, the Sydney Swans, to St Kilda. 2 goals on the board. Just on the 9-minute mark of the first quarter. This live telecast coming to you through Channel 7 from the Sydney Cricket Ground. Punched away by Hodges. The ball hits the deck again. Down goes Tomei. The umpire said he was tripped. And he'll take the free kick a little short of half-back. A quick hand pass comes over. The ball driven out by Morwood. Out towards the wing position, over the head of the pack that time. There's a chance for the Swans to get clear. Well picked up by Evans. A good hand pass. Comes over to Murphy, and the Swans are away and running. Up there towards the forward line's a chance for Mark. He's got it. No worries about that. A good mark taken there by Baines.
Baines, left half-forward flank, about 45 to 50 metres out. Good kick of a ball, this fellow. Gets the distance. predictably, but not the accuracy, and 1 point. The end result to the Swans, taking their total now to 1 goal 3, and they trail St Kilda by 3 points. As we wait the ball to come back into play, it's kicked in for them by Brown. He's gone for a short pass, and that's all right. Marked in the back pocket out there by Odgers. Up the centre wing, Cowie gets flattened behind by Ackerley. Ackerley's down. They're both hurt, actually, those two players. Ackerley looks the worst of the two. He hasn't really moved, Ackerley. That will be in the back, I would suggest. Morwood to take the free kick. He's done well so far in the first term. Odgers again, hand pass. Elphinstone in trouble. Vi very heavily bandaged. Good tackle by Carroll. He might get a free kick. He has. Short of half forward. He's gone for a pass. Oh, snared very nicely down there for the Saints by Odgers. It's a play-on call. He'll look for Lockett. Carter in front. Lockett just about got it. Knocked away by Ironmonger. Snapshot for goal. And putting it through is Bennett. Evans with the free kick. Evans has kicked 1 goal 2 so far for the Swans.
Well, Odgers is trying to rough up Evans a little bit. He's got the job of going everywhere that Evans goes.
Evans inside the square. Looking for Round. He's got it! So Barry Round, only about 10 metres out, but of course he's no certainty to kick this, Lewis.
No, but it was a great mark. Great mark.
On replay.
He's kicked it. So Barry Round putting through his first goal of the afternoon. And the scoreboard now on Sevens Big League. The St Kilda side 3 goals, 18 points, and the Swans 2-3. They trail by 3.
And we're just over the 12-minute mark, and Barry Round having a swing there, but by golly, at 35, he's not bad, Bob, is he?
No, he's a picture of fitness too, Lou. He doesn't carry any extra weight. He's a real credit the way he has looked after himself and comes up fitness-wise.
And no doubt one of the most popular guys you could ever wish to meet in the football game.
We only had to hear the crowd when he took the mark.
That's right. So we're back in the centre again, and it's the Swans in front, well, trailing by 3 points, I should say. So it's level pegging just about as we wait for umpire James to bounce the ball. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Oh, well, we see Hawke get a nasty one there, but he struck that off all right. Down it goes towards Morwood, punched away that time by Brown. Coming in to meet it now is little Wright. Ball dropped out there, going in that forward pocket, is picked up by Dersma. The kick is over towards the full forward position. Barry Round again. He couldn't hold that mark. Crawley tries to get clear, got one in the back. It comes out towards that half-forward line. Carroll gets a hand pass, but they stack in there. The umpire still calling play on, and he'll ball it up. So it'll be a ball up about 15 metres out from the Swans' goal. They're trailing by 3 points. Barry Round in the thick of things there. He'll go for this knockout. Knocked out by Cowie. Going through is Carroll. Good play. A long, hefty hand pass to anywhere, to no man's land. The ball comes back here now. Jopling picks it up with a hand pass over to Morwood. Morwood down there in the forward pocket in plenty of trouble. Gets a hand pass back to Tomei. He's grabbed. The ball comes back to Odgers. Runs into a brick wall. He's got trouble getting out of that. He does. Finally, it's out there towards the wing position. Down goes Brown for St Kilda. This gives Danaher, but he's well tackled by Manning. And it's Wright getting the ball short now, looking for Morwood. He's got the mark, and he's about 50 metres out from goal. So he's out there on that half-forward flank. The Swans trailing by 3 points. Of course, Lockett's already kicked 2 of the 3 goals for St Kilda. There's the kick by Morwood. Doesn't quite make the distance. The pack fly, hits the decker chart for Hodges. Coming in to meet it now. There's a hand pass coming over there from Hawke. Carroll tries to buffet his way through the pack. Couldn't do so. Elphinstone goes down. They're all having a kick here. Everyone's missing as we see a snap-at goal by Murphy. It's off target and it's through for 1 point. So it's 2 points the difference. And we're just over the 14.5-minute mark of this first quarter. 2 goals, 4-16 the Sydney Swans to St Kilda. 3 straight goals, 18 points.
And as Lou mentioned, Tony Lockett has 2 of those goals. Bennett has the other. A chance for the Swans now to pick it up through the agency of Hughes. The ball is high towards the full forward position. Nobody can take the grab. Morwood looks for a hand pass. Now he gets clear. Has a snapshot of goal himself. It's going pretty close, but Tomei getting underneath it and marks it right on the line. Paul Tomei, which will lead across the half-back line. Most players seem to be covered, though. He's gone out very, very wide, right towards the boundary line, and Jobling takes it about a metre inside the line in front of Carroll. He's in the right-back pocket. Jobling's kick up towards the centre wing position, and a good mark taken by Elphinston. Elphinston just short of right centre wing. Decides to go for a run. Cruz copped one from Tomei. Well, Carter missed that one shot for Lockett, but he couldn't pick it up quickly enough. Ackerley beat both of them, but the umpire has found a free kick. It's going to the Swans.
That's to Carter, who's pushed in the back by Bennett's feet.
Rod Carter, short of the centre half-back position. Now towards right centre wing. And a good mark taken out there for the Saints by Brown. Hand passes on. Fashini doesn't get a favourable bounce. Stevie Wright beats him to it. Out to Morwood again. Loses out to Keel. Keel in trouble. Has to go for the hurried kick. Narkle in front. The ball beating him, though. It's over the boundary line as Narkle readjusts the headgear. And we'll see a boundary throw in almost in the left forward pocket for St Kilda. 16 and a half minutes gone. 2 points the difference in the first quarter. Sevens big league from the Sydney Cricket Ground. Absolutely ideal conditions here today as Hawke picks up the ball and drives the Swans clear, but it's not a well-directed kick, and the mark is taken on centre wing by Big Cowie. Went the long way around. Picked up by Rogers, it is. Up towards centre wing again. Narkle goes in very solidly. A play on call from the umpire. Keel trying to get clear. Fires out the hand pass. Not a particularly good one. A chance for Ablett. Back and turn to Elphinston. St Kilda going the long way home, which is not usually the best way to play this ground, and Cunningham comes out with the free kick. That is Darryl Cunningham, left centre wing.
Waiting now for the ball to be kicked up by Cunningham from that half-forward flank position. It falls a bit short. Ackley in front. Oh, there's a good mark taken by Billy Pickett. He's going to bounce back, have a go at Lockett. I think he's a bit big for you, Bill, and a bit younger. Or kick back towards the centre half-back position for the Sydney Swans. Punched out by Cowie. Battling pretty well there as Evans gets a hand pass out, but it's a bad one. Dribbling up there by Hodges again. Falls short. It beats them all that time. Finally, it's picked up here now by Frangalis. Frangalis is clear. Goes for a long hand pass. And the ball eventually kicked up to centre half forward by Hawke. Over the head of, that's Danaher. Picked up again by Cunningham. Darryl Cunningham gets it over to Brown. Brown goes wide looking for Manning. He's got the mark. Ackley late on the scene. It'll be a free kick and a mark. And he's got the ball out there on the wing position. A very impressive youngster, this fellow. That's a beautiful pass to Keel. A hand pass coming over to Hodges again. A long kick towards the goals. It'll make the distance okay, but it's through for 1 point. He certainly got the job of chasing after Evans. Bobby, that's
yes, but he's not just tagging, Lou. He's doing the right thing. He's not frightened to leave Evans and come down the ground and do as he did on that occasion.
Well, he's had quite a few kicks. Umpire said play on as Hawke grabs that mark, quickly plays on, boots it out towards the half-forward line. And there's a good mark taken by Morwood. I think Bob mentioned him in the summary at the beginning of the game. This fella could be a real danger player. And they certainly missed him. They've missed him the last couple of weeks since he's been injured.
Yes, and we see the skill of Tony Morwood as Glenn Brown makes sure he earns it the hard way. And when he did get injured against Carlton, it was the turning point in that particular game.
Well, he's had 5 kicks up to this stage of the match. There's the kick by Morwood. It's a long kick. It's a good one. It's a goal.
The Swans by 3 points. Goal kickers Evans, Tony, Morwood and Round for the Sydney team. Pretty good start here to this match under ideal conditions. Murphy gets clear. Yes, he does. A long shot at the goal. It's going close. Will it be long enough? It is. It bounces through. Yes, 4 points. So Murphy bringing up that goal. It only took about 10 seconds from the time the ball was bounced. 4-4-28. The Swans, St Kilda 3-1-19.
Bob, I like his style, Murphy, don't you?
A real little goer, Lou.
Yeah.
And I think that sums him up. And it shows real skill here as he gets past skill and speed. And to be able to kick at top speed is not easy. And he certainly had no chance of settling down and steadying up there.
4 goals now to the Swans, and they've been kicked by 4 players. For St Kilda, Lockett has 2 goals and Bennett has 1. Top standard game so far. Ground very dry, ideal conditions. Ironmonger and Cowie. Line ball, that one picked up by Hawke. The Swans swing into attack again. All right, seemingly got one a little bit too high. Picked up by Morwood, one of the danger players for the Sydney team. Morwood, long shot with the left foot, going close but slightly off target. And it's through for one behind to the Swans, kicked by Morwood. 4-5-29. They lead St Kilda by 10 points, 3-1-19. As we wait the ball to come back into play once more. Booted wide towards the outer side, and the mark taken by Danaher. He's off and running pretty quickly, shoots it back whence it came very quickly. Again off target, I think, and through for 1 point. And so that makes the difference 11 points now at the SCG. 4-6-30 to the Swans, and Kilda 3-1-19.
And we're just over the 21-minute mark. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. 10 points the difference. Out it goes wide, a chance for Jobling. The mark couldn't hold that. Oh, he's got it. Now the umpire said play on. Just about a mark, I'd reckon. Hodges gets the ball out again. Over there towards that wing position, but it's forced out of bounds that time, and it'll be out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. Cowie and Ironmonger to go for the knockout. They both missed that. Ball picked up here now by Ablett. Ablett out there on the centre wing position goes for a long kick over the half-forward line. Cunningham at the back has got that mark. It was a great mark, that Jeff Cunningham. He'd be about 50 metres out. He should have a shot, this guy, because he's a good kick. He's gone for a short pass over to Keel. He dropped that. I don't know why they persist in doing that. Picked up now by Bennett. A snap at goal. Into the goal square it goes. Oh, there's Dersma getting over the top of the pack. And it's finally falls through for 1 point. Can't understand Cunningham doing that, Bob.
No, I personally would have had a shot from there, Lou. He's a lovely kick when he gets onto it, and so there's no reason not to have the long kick.
Ball back into play by Browning. They all fly, taking it off the pack that time. Oh, well tackled to Danaher by Morwood. Grabbed by Hughes, a wild hand part. It goes out in the open space. There's Murphy again. He shrugged Fashini off pretty easily as the ball goes up there towards the half-forward line. Punched away again for the boundary line, and it's out of bounds about 50 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. Therefore, there's a bit of a scuffle going on. Just a little bit of a tickle. 4 goals, 6-30 the Swans to St Kilda, 3 goals, 20. So it's 10 points, the difference. Into this quarter by about 23 minutes. Ball hits the deck, another scrimmage develops. Plenty of fumbling going on by both sides. It comes out to Hodges again. He's had a million kicks this quarter. Goes for a kick out wide, but it's a bad kick and marked here by Hughes, who hasn't played a bad first quarter either, Bob.
No, he's played an excellent quarter, Lou. He's playing in the centre against Paul Morwood, and so they've given him a big task, and so far he's doing well.
Certainly is. Across the centre half-forward. That's Carroll flying high. I think he might have grabbed the mark. The umpire not having a bar of that. No, it was Morwood.
Morwood, I thought, had his hands on it.
Yes, and as Bob said before, he's looming up as the danger player. Very hard to contain down there on that half-forward flank. Ball up again at centre half-forward for the Swans. Pushed out by Cowie. Chance for Ablett to get clear. He slung, couldn't get out. And the umpire will ball it up again. Still at the centre half-forward position for the Sydney Swans, and they're 30 points to St Kilda 20 as we approach the 24-minute mark of this, the first quarter. Knocked out again. The ball picked up by Elphinston. He's got a very heavily bandaged right thigh. He goes for the punch again. He missed that. Punched away again by Tomei. A hand pass coming over to Murphy. A snap at goal. He's got it through again for his second.
So 2 goals to Murphy, 1 to Round, 1 to Tony Morwood, and 1 to Evans. The goal kickers for the Swans. For St Kilda, Lockett has 2 and Bennett 1. 16 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans. 5-6 plays 3-2. And we're just about into the time-on period of the opening term. And by Howlett to bounce the ball. Ironmonger and Cowie. This time it's won by Cowie, but the Swans have done well in getting the ball out of the centre. That'll be a push in the back, and Paul Hawke will be the recipient of the free kick in centre field.
Continually gets it out too, Pete.
Yes, that's true, Bob. Not a particularly good hand pass. In goes Ironmonger. Certainly handed a couple out there. Keel was on the receiving end of one of them. Ball socket off the ground by Tomei. In goes Evans again. Hodges beats him to it. He's had a lot of kicks in the opening term, Gary Hodges. Long hand pass. Cunningham on left centre wing. Darryl Cunningham. Plenty of room to move out there. Not the greatest of kicks. Pretty close to the boundary line. Bennett kept it in play. Dersma. Right on the boundary line. Oh, Picken! Well, that's not really legal here. In the other code yesterday it would have been okay. Narkle to take the free kick.
Maybe it's the time Bill spent in Sydney.
He's gone for a short pass, and that's a good mark taken by Tony Lockett.
Strong mark, Pete, that one.
He's kicked 1 goal from a mark, 1 from a free, a chance to bring up his third. Let's look at that again.
I think we're going to see a lot more of Tony Lockett. The best is yet to come, I do believe.
I'd reckon, Bobby. Yep, I'd reckon.
Is he, or has he been overweight, Bob, do you think?
Well, he's still only a boy, and I think at that age you do carry a bit of puppy fat, and he does like to eat.
Lockett's kick at goal looks pretty good from here. We'll wait on the goal umpire, and he says it's Lockett's third. 26 3/4 minutes gone in the first term. The Swans leading by 10 points. 36 plays 26, 3 goals to Tony Lockett. A fine performance up at the key forward post for the Saints. Fashini grabbed. Did he have the ball? The umpire says he didn't, but he didn't seem to punch it or kick it either.
So the shoulder around the waist.
Fashini up towards right half forward. Morwood, good mark, and he's off and running. Can he get clear? No. Great tackle out there by Picken. A loose ball at right half forward, and the ball knocked over the line by Gary Frangalis. We'll see it thrown in almost in the forward post.
And we're approaching the 27.5-minute mark of this first quarter. 10 points the difference in favour of the Swans. Ball back into play again. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Grabbed by Morwood again. Boots the ball back there towards Narkle. He actually punched that down. A hand pass coming over that time from Manning. Short pass by Hodge is a good one, and Jeff Cunningham's got the mark well within kicking distance. He shouldn't pass this one. He's only about 35 to 40 metres out, directly in front. There it is, a good pass and a safe mark by Cunningham. There's the kick coming up now. There it is on its way. But he's off target, and it's through for 1 point. Or out of bounds, is it? 1 point.
That's going to be a high-scoring game, isn't it?
Well, it could be 9 points the difference. Waiting for Carter to bring the ball back into play. Goes for a pass out wide. Coming over the top of the pack was Morwood. The umpire said play on as Browning scoots away from that half-back line. Went between Morwood's legs that time. Ball pushed out to Brown. Gets a wild hand pass. Ball finally kicked up there by St. Kilda towards the centre of the ground. Going in to meet it is Cunningham. He couldn't get clear. He still fumbles. Cowie gets a hurried kick back there towards centre half forward. Browning, it bounces right. But that's not a good hand pass. Punched out by Darryl Cunningham again. They're all missing as the ball is eventually picked up by Murphy and booted back towards centre half forward. As they go now for Carroll. Straightens up, lines them up. It's a good kick, but it's off target and it's out of bounds. So it's out of bounds at the forward pocket with the Swans 5 goals, 6:36 to St. Kilda 4 goals, 3:27 into the first quarter by just on 29 minutes. Ball kicked out to the half-back line. Flying high was Danaher, got up a mile too early that time, and the umpires found a free kick against him. It'll go out there to Carbone. So Carbone takes the free kick at half-back for St. Kilda. Ball back now to Morwood. The back there is Hughes, got into his back, and the umpire said a free kick will go to Morwood. Actually, Hughes has done a pretty good job on Morwood.
Seem to be playing fairly wide of each other, Lou.
They both had a couple of kicks, but the ball back there towards half forward. A chance for Pickett to mark. He doesn't drop those ones, Billy Boy, and he gives a hand pass over to right. He eludes 2 opponents. The ball back to Hawke, in plenty of trouble out there, but eventually gets it out now to right at the centre wing position. Boots it down towards the half forward line. Morwood got under that one, couldn't hold the mark, but he goes after it. The brothers there with him too. That's a bit of a clash. And the ball is eventually picked up again by Brown. Short pass, too long that time for Keel. And a good mark taken here by Billy Pickett. Short kick and the mark again by Murphy, doing an excellent job for the Swans up to this stage of the match. He's already kicked 2 goals. Short kick in, looking for Carroll, couldn't hold the mark. It hits the deck, and it's Hodges to clear the ball away again for St. Kilda.
And that'll be about his 7th kick for the quarter. I think Gary Hodges has done really well down there, hasn't he, Bob?
Played an excellent game. He's has been given the job of Bernie Evans, but he hasn't just stayed with Evans. He's been prepared to take a gamble occasionally and still be an attacking player. 9
points in favour of the Swans. Just about siren time to end hostilities for the first quarter. Picked up by Jeff Cunningham. Over it goes to his brother Darryl. Up towards the full forward pocket, and out he comes again, Tony Lockett, and that's his 3rd mark.
It's a bit strong for Carter. It's the first time that Carter's copped a bloke come out manoeuvring, Bob.
Yes, he just pushed Carter out of the way there as we watched the replay, and there was that little shove, and Carter suggesting he had a shove, but he's too physically strong, and he's done an excellent job so far.
3 goals to Lockett so far. 2 from good marks. He could make it 4 goals. There's the siren. And they'll have to wait on the goal umpire for that one. He might have missed it. No, it's a goal. So 4 goals to Tony Lockett. A great first quarter from him. 4 goals in a term. 5-6-36 the Swans, and Kilda 5-3-33. 3 points in it at the first change. Player Glenn James puts the ball down. Knocked down by Ironmonger. A beautiful tap to Steedy right. Torpedo punt kick up towards half forward. Loose ball, the Lodgers get there for kick number 10. Evans beats him to it on this occasion, can't get up and get clear. Fires out the wild hand pass more and hope than anything else, and it could be a free kick downfield. Yes, it is, says umpire Glenn James. It will be taken by Narkle. Timay got decked. Brangavis overruns the ball. Bennett seemingly got one a little bit too high. Players allowed to continue. Ablett still fast. Gets in the short kick, marked by Browning. Browning from centre half back. Has got out towards centre wing, trying to find Cruz. Picked up by Murphy. Well, in fact, almost. Good shepherd by Cruz. Lets Murphy in. Short pass. Stevie Wright marks just short of the centre circle. Fires out the hand pass. Now the Swans looking a little bit better. It's Picken. Stevie Wright again. Doesn't get the favourable bounce. Picked up by Ablett. Ablett down towards the left half forward flank. Coming out. Ackerley. Ball out of bounds. Hughes, who didn't play a bad first quarter either, with quite a few kicks. 36-33. Boundary throw-in. The half forward flank for St Kilda, knocked away by Ironmucker, not very far, picked up by Stevie Wright. His kick is a high one, only travels about 15 metres, knocked away by Carroll, picked up by Cruz. Cruz just about throws the ball out. Danaher sockets it off the ground, but it goes about 25 to 30 metres, and once again standing his ground as Odgers. So into double figures now in the kicks department. Dersma, one of the better Swans defenders in the opening term. He's gone for a short pass, and that's okay. It's marked by Dennis Carroll, a little bit short of the right half forward flank. Plenty of Saints defenders down there. Nobody can take the grab. Ball finally picked up and cleared by Elphinston. His kick back towards the centre wing, and the grab has been taken by Dersma.
I noticed that Elphinston's got the big strapping off now, Bob, but on the thigh. Ball back there towards centre half forward. No one can take the mark. Backing up well as Keel, went without it. Now he's got it, a hand pass, not a good one, a badly direct one, but luckily for him, Tomei grabs it nicely over to Foschini down there in the back pocket. And the little fella decides to go for a run. A hand pass out wide. Coming in to meet it now was Ablett. He fumbled that one. This gave Hughes a break, a long hand pass over to Hawke, who had a very good first quarter. Has one bounce. Now going to have to go for a hand pass. It'll be okay. Shot at goal by Bays. And I think he might have put this one through. He has a goal. Just over the 3-minute mark of this second quarter. 9 points to do this one on the back to Hughes, but the umpire said play on. Chance now for Foschini to get up the pack. He throws it. Now he's got a kick. It's not a good one. Back it goes there to Danaher at centre field. And it lands there at the centre half forward position where we're out towards the flank where we see the ball marked here by Bernie Evans. Now he's got the socks up. Short pass. Trying to find Carroll. Carroll, no, that's Morwood. And Morwood goes over the line with the ball. Well tackled that time by Brown. I think he might have got a kick in the eye from the boot that time. It was an accident. Out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Swans' goal. Tapped down again, picked up by Keel. Keel's kick is right across the ground towards the centre wing position on the outer side. Picked up here now by Brangavis. Short pass. Hughes has got the chance to mark. Well spoilt that time by Abbott, but he can't pick it up. He's out bustled by Eidmug, who ran into trouble, gets a hand pass back. The ball comes out to right now. Another long hand pass over to Carroll. Lilly went for a hand pass, but decided to go for a short pass. It's a darn good one. And of course, the ball marked here by Cruz. Well, it was a free kick and a mark, I'd say, Bob.
Oh, yes, but Elphinson had to make sure that he earned that one. He had the mark anyway. As Jeff Ablett comes off the ground to be replaced. And young Engleton coming on.
Well, we see Cruz with the kick here now at centre half forward, about 40, it wouldn't be 40 metres out, about 35 metres out from goal, directly in front. Bob mentioned earlier in the piece that this fellow's lost a lot of weight and looks a lot fitter. There's the kick. And that's a good one by Cruz, another goal to the Sydney Swans. And they move on now to 7 goals, 6:48 to St Kilda, 5 goals, 3:33, and this second quarter by just over 5 minutes.
Listen, Max hasn't played a lot in the seniors this year, and just putting that one through the centre would give him a lot of confidence.
15 points the difference. 48 plays 33 in the second quarter. 5.5 minutes gone. Knocked down by Ironmonger. Once again finds Stevie Wright. He's rucking well this quarter, Ironmonger. He's won most of the knockdowns. Now towards half-forward flank for the Swans. Chance for Manning. And covering plenty of territory. He's gone for a pass, and that's okay. Fashini just about to step over the mark. Thought better of it. Silvio Fashini from half-back. Danaher missed the mark. Keeler's there. Paddled further forward by Wright. In goes Elphinston. Now the thigh must have warmed up, removing the bandage. Pickett in front. Bennett's right there with him. Bennett kicked a good goal in the first quarter. Browning, the Swans skipper from half-back, gets offloaded by two of them. Could have almost been a free kick downfield.
It is.
And it will be taken for the Swans by number 35, Murphy. Murphy has kicked 2 goals. He got both of those in the first quarter. Played very well. Murphy from left centre wing. Kick number 10. And the mark taken by Brown. He was nudged into it that time, actually, by Morwood. Brown from the right half-back flank. Gone long. Ironmonger in front. Almost got the mark. No, says the umpire. A couple of St Kilda hands were there as well. Keel roving it nicely. Gets shepherded by Ingleson. He's gone for a pass. And he finds Darryl Cunningham in front of Gary Franganis. Right half-forward flank, a long way from goal. Subsequently going for a pass, trying to find Lockett. He's almost grabbed it. He has.
My golly, he's an exciting player, this fellow, isn't he, Bob?
I think the time has come, Lou.
Yes, I think if he can kick this, what will it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. And the look on Rod Carter's face says it all, doesn't it?
Certainly does, Pete. No, he's doing a great job down there, this young fellow.
Side bottom on for Cowie. As their teammate Tony Lockett prepares for goal number 5. He'll certainly get the distance. He's only about 20 metres from goal. Goal umpire does not move a millimetre. It's a goal. 5 to Tony.
Well, Carter's staying close to Lockett, but that hasn't stopped him today. He's kicked 5 goals, 9 points the difference. Knocked out by Ironmonger, dominating those centre bounces. The ball hits the deck. There's a free kick. It'll go against ground to Morwood. Morwood looks for a lead. Coming out nicely to meet it is Bays, and he's got the mark. That was a good lead and a good pass that time by Morwood. And Bays would be about 35 metres out from goal. On a bit of an angle, but he's already kicked one. Into the quarter by just on 9 minutes. As Bays comes in for goal number 2. Kick doesn't make the distance. In front there was Alfie. Oh, there's a goal to right. He could get through, but he was collared pretty hard that time, and down he went and was forced through for 1 point. And Fashini and Wright having a bit of a box on there, or a wrestling match. Barry Round being the referee. So it's 10 points the difference. They're still at it, the two of them. That's the flyweight division.
A bit heavier than that, I think.
Yeah, the ball back into play again, over the centre half-back position. Punched out by Ironmonger. I just dropped that one, but he finally got it out. A good hand pass coming over to Jobling. Jobling's kick is over the half-forward line. The ball hits the deck, and so does Browning, and he got one in the back of the ear. And he'll get the free kick, even though Frangalis was making away with that one. So Browning, the skipper, goes for a short pass. It's a good one, marked here by Danaher at centre half-back. A long kick over the centre half-forward position for the Swans. Off the pack, scouting out nicely there was Fashini. Boots the ball wide to Jobling. He's got a paddock, but Murphy's coming over. He taps it on. Looking out that time for that's Ingleton. Ingleton's kick is over the half-forward line. At the back. Oh, that's a great mark. There to Jeff Cunningham. Quickly plays on. Goes for the long kick, looking for Bennett again. Oh, he's got it. By golly, what a player this fellow is, isn't he? A beautiful footballer.
I certainly would move Carter now, Lou.
I reckon.
Gone through. Hasn't paid the mark by the looks.
Oh, golly, that was the mark if I've ever seen one.
I'll go on with that.
Well, I certainly would have paid the mark.
Oh, that was a bit harsh. It could have been goal number 6 for him, and of course Carter would be smiling that time to miss that. He's gone over the line now,
He's had a great day, is he, Rod?
Not the best days in the world, but I thought that was a mark too, young Lockett, all the way. Carter saying to umpire James, how did you see that? Well, when they kick from the side, they always spot
They
him.
always see it, that's
right. They can't spot him on the front line. Ball up again. Ball pushed outside, bottom on the ground. Dersman goes for a kick. It now hits the boundary line. It'll be a throw-in about 50 metres around from the St Kilda goal. They're trailing by 9 points. 40 plays 49. And Lockett's already kicked 5 of those 6 goals for the Saints. So that's a fine effort from their young full forward. Ball punched out by Danaher. Grabbed by Morwood. Boots the ball back there towards Browning and Cunningham. Browning got it down towards Billy Pickett. He can't get it out. He won't let anyone else get near it either. He'll ball it up, the umpire. They're having a wrestling match again.
There's 2 falls out of 3, I think.
That's right. Not a good place to be in the clinches down there sometimes, Bob. It's best to be out of them, isn't it?
The free kick to Pickett comes out of this.
Well, he might have got one down there low when he fell to the ground. So Pickett got the ball between centre half back and full back for the Sydney Swans. Punched away by Brown. Couldn't get it clear. There's only a free kick to Hawke. He was tripped. And he's been a fine player today, Hawke. A very aggressive player. Sydney-born boy with a hand pass coming over now to Browning. Browning's kick is over the half-forward line. The back is Morwood. Got under that one. Tapped on by Cruz. Fashini just about threw that out. I think he must have known. He didn't spot him, the umpire.
Not just about.
And the umpire will ball it up about 55 metres out from the Sydney Swans goal, and they're in front by 9 points.
You'll see that again here.
Oh, Father Cherry, that one is jacked eye, I would say.
Good as Billy Pickens in the first quarter, wasn't it? Knocked away by Round. Picked up for the Swans by Hughes, but a good mark taken by Brown in the last line of defence. Brown has to go wide towards the member stand side. Picked up out there by Cunningham. He's gone for a short pass for the left half-forward flank. Nobody down there for the Saints, and the ball over the boundary line in front of Dersma, and it will be thrown in adjacent to the players' interchange area. Ironmonger rucking pretty well unchanged so far. This time against side bottom. Gets the hand pass out. Hughes getting ridden into the ground. Picked up by Morwood. Hawke tackles him. Finally comes out with the ball, but the whistle has, unfortunately, for the Swans anyway, gone. Ball up on centre wing. In the shade of the members' stand. Delightful day in Sydney this afternoon. Ironmonger again playing a great game for the Swans. But he's been a fine asset right throughout season 1985. The free kick going to Watchers, who had 9 kicks in the first quarter. That's his 11th. Knock on by Pickett. Morwood put his head down. As he caught with the ball? No, says the umpire.
Too high, he said.
I got him on the neck. He get a free kick, Bob.
He will get the free kick. I thought he ducked his head.
I think the tackle was too high, Pete.
Well, let's have a look at it here, Bob.
Oh, he's still hanging on, Pete.
Still hanging on.
Yep.
And so Paul Morwood, the opportunity for his first goal. If he can kick it, it will make the difference 3 points. Directly in front, 30 metres from goal. Paul Morwood for the Saints. And I think he may have missed it. He has. So a bad miss by Morwood. 1 point. 8 points in it now at the SCG. 49 plays 41. And if the ball comes back into play, no, it doesn't, because the goal umpire hasn't.
Well, Carter certainly can't do anything right.
No. Number 13 jinxing him this afternoon. Carter, good kick. Looking for Ironmonger, doesn't let him down. Ironmonger trying to fire at the hand pass. Who's running? He finds Browning on centre wing. Will he get the bounce? No, he doesn't. Now he does. Browning, Swan skipper. Short pass, trying to find Bays, and he has. Good mark, fine lead. Bays at left half-forward flank. Kicked a good goal before in this quarter. Don't think he'll score from there. Too far out. Nonetheless, a very good kick into the goal square. Round can't quite grab it. And we'll see a ball up only about 5 metres from goal. Well, top standard game here. Plenty of scoring. 7-7 to 6-5. Counts down Swan forward line. Barry Round can't get a foot at the ball. That was a throw. That's one that they have seen. And it will be a free kick to the Saints. To be taken down there. Frawley. He's directing him to kick over the mark. So take 2. Frawley from left back pocket. Brings it up to the half back line. Cowie seemed to get a nudge out. Finally sock it away, and Cunningham breaks clear for St.Kilda.
Good play on the part of Cunningham. Gets it back towards the centre of the ground. There's a chance there for St. Kilda to get clear, but Keel messed that one up. This allowed Browning to go for a pass. Pushed away again by Frawley. Good defensive play. Back to Hawke again, but it's Murphy eventually picking up. Goes for a short pass. Well intercepted by Cowie. He was off balance. That's Manning now. Well tackled. A hand pass comes back. Frawley's kick is not a good one. But luckily for the Saints, it's there with Cunningham. Oh, one drop that time by Joplin, but backing up as usual is Fashini. Over it goes to Morwood. Moore out wide, a chance now for the Saints to go into attack through Moore again at centre half forward. He gets away from the big fella Ironmonger, has a long shot at goal, but he's off target. That could be a mark down there to Dursma. Fine save by Dursma. He's turned out to be a pretty handy player for the Swans the last 4 or 5 games, Bob.
Oh, he's been a great player for them, Lou.
Short pass, Ironmonger now getting on top on the ruck. He's been their best player there by a mile, and particularly in this second quarter. Short pass, grabbed by Jobling again. The Saints go deep into attack. Up there it was the full forward position. There's Ackley, copped one that time from Lockett. Carter can't get clear. Certainly having a tough day today, Rod Carter, and the umpire will ball it up in the forward pocket position. Down goes Ackley, as he bumped into Lockett that time. 7-7 plays, 6-5 in favour of the Sydney Swans. Into this quarter by just on 17 minutes. Ball up. Bennett against Ironmonger. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Smothered that time from Ackley's kick. It comes down to Narkle. He can't get clear. In goes Bennett again. Short pass. It could be a mark here at the back to Bernie Evans. Couldn't hold that one. Comes back now to Ackley. He goes down. They pile on top of him, but the umpire said he was pushed in the back. Cunningham not too happy with the decision, but Ackley's got it down there in the back pocket. So the scoreboard reads the Sydney Swans 7-7-49 to St Kilda 6-5-41, with the ball going back out there towards the wing position. Up the back is Cowie. Elkington tried to juggle that mark but couldn't do so. And the umpire will ball it up again. Now he's paying a free kick. It'll go to Morwood out there on the centre wing position. So this is Morwood with the ball. Looks for a lead. Not a good kick. The pack fly. There's the go now for Keel. A hand pass over to Narkle. A snap at goal. And that time Carter beat Lockett that time, and Lockett wasn't too happy about it either.
Carter's gone for a short pass. Well, that might give Carter a bit of confidence. Bernie Evans started off well on the first term, but we haven't seen much of him in the second. Evans from right half back flank. Good mark taken by Morwood at right half forward now. He decides to play on, but we look for a pass to Carroll. Too long for him. Pacini intercepting well. Gets the Saints out of danger. Back to centre wing. And the mark has been taken there for them by, that was Carbo, right. Oh, goodness me. Morwood and everything for the St Kilda side this quarter. He's had a great second term. And Morwood will get the free kick on centre wing. 5 kicks this quarter for Morwood. Looking for Lockett. And Carter again, 2 in a row.
Well, Lockett's not too happy about it at the moment, is he?
Well, Carter
That's a nice Carter, though. He certainly has come back well.
He won't give in, Bob.
No, he will not, Lou.
15-metre penalty brings Carter almost up to the half-back line. Kick dropping short. Knocked away from Elphinston. There's Morwood again. This time gets caught with the ball. The umpire says a free kick for the Swans and plays the advantage rule. Stevie Wright, plenty of room to move. Gone for the pass, into the pocket. Couldn't find Bays. He did get a hand to it in front of Tomei, but it will be a boundary throw-in in the right forward pocket for the Swans, about 5 metres from the behind post. Number 30, Bays, has 1 goal for the Sydney team. Murphy is their leading goal kicker with 2. He got those in the first quarter. 8 points the difference in favour of the Swans. 7-7 to 6-5. Round and Cowie. Elphinston, well shepherded by Keel, up towards the centre field area. Cunningham can't take it. Jeff Cunningham now. The other one was Darrell. Oh, he's still going. Great play from Cunningham. He's shepherded by Ingleton. He says go long, shoots at goal, gets the distance, but not the accuracy. And the end result is only 1 behind to St Kilda. Certainly deserved better. 49-42. 7 points in it. 20 minutes gone, second quarter. Rod Carter again. Don't tell me he's gone over once more.
No, it's a bit technical by umpire James there, but if the rule's the rule, and they go by the rule. And so Dursma was just too close to the square.
So Rod Carter, certainly figuring in a lot of the action, this time decides to go to the members' stand side. Looks for a pass. It is taken by Gary Frangalis in front of Darrell Cunningham.
Bit dangerous, but it came off. A good pass again and marked it half back there by Danaher. Danaher's kick is a long one up there towards the half-forward flank position. At the back is Pacini, tried to punch it away. Actually did get away. Picked up again by England in plenty of trouble. A hand pass comes back again. And a chance now here for the ball to be picked up by Manning. Looking for somebody to give it. He was gone for a pass. It's a shocker along the ground. In goes Manning again. Down goes Dursma, but he won't give in, this young fella. Picked up by Carroll. Carroll's kick is a grubber. Straight on the hands now of Keel, and St Kilda go back into attack over their half-forward line, punched out by Billy Picken. Going after it now as Maud breaks clear, hand pass over, coming over to Bennett. Decides to have a shot at goal. He's got it through. A goal. Into the second quarter by just on 22 minutes. A point the difference. Good play on the part of St Kilda that time.
Yes, as we see Moore would get the hand pass out. And I think I'd be doing something about Paul Morwood in this quarter if I was John Northey.
Knocked out by Ironmonger. Murphy juggles the ball clear. He's at centre half forward now. A long kick up and there to the full forward position. Bay's having a battle there with Tomei. He's got the mark. And he's played very well considering the amount of opportunities he's had down there. He's kicked one goal and he's had about 3 or 4 shots in this quarter, Bob, to kick another one. But he shouldn't miss this one because he's only on the edge of the kick-off mark.
Yes, I think he's a player of the future, Bays.
Bay's going for goal number 2, and of course this will put the Swans in front by 7 points. He's got it through for a goal. So at the 23 or 22 and a half minute mark, we see the score. The Sydney Swans 8 goals, 7.55 to St Kilda 7 goals, 6.48. And it's been a darn good game of football here so far.
You watch the replay now. David Murphy, good play to get it down, and Bayes used his body well to keep his opponent Tomei out of the way on that occasion. And in fact, St Kilda have made a move down there with the round going up to centre half forward. They have switched Frawley across onto Bayes, and Tomei has come to Cruz.
That'll bounce again. 7 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans. We approach the 23-minute mark. Knocked out that time by Cowie. Morwood again. He's dominated the centre this quarter. Elphinston missed that. Gets a chance to barry around, but the old fella couldn't bend down. Picked up beautifully that time by Keel. A hand pass coming over now, and Tomei takes the ball out wide towards the wing position. There's a chance now for little Murphy again. He's too fast, I should imagine. Well tackled by Cowie. Got a hand pass back to Billy Picken. He goes for a pass, a good one, and a mark taken here by Cruz out there towards the centre wing position.
Max Cruz has gone for a pass, and the mark taken by Bernie Evans at the left half-forward flank. But he's a long way from goal, about 75 metres. Kick is a high one into the forward pocket, and Barry Round is there. And he comes up with the ball. I don't know whether you'd put that down as a good pass, but
it's a good mark.
It was a good mark.
Now, this is about 30 metres out. This could be Barry's limit, I reckon.
It might be about 25 too many, Luke.
What do you reckon, Bob? He's taking a deep breath, too, to get all the wind he possibly can behind him, Pete.
He's kicked some miraculous goals, Barry. Hit the post. Well, you could have predicted that, couldn't you? One behind. 8-8 to 7-6. 8 points the difference in favour of the Swans.
Not a bad effort, considering there's only 4 goal posts on the ground either. He's picked one of them.
Ball back into play. Brangalis went the punch of, not Brangalis, but Hughes. Couldn't get it clear of the pack, and the umpire has decided it will be a bounce at the Swans' right half-forward flank. Knocked down by Ironmonger, can't get it far. Chance for Manning, fumbles. Picked up by Keel, but it will be a St Kilda free kick, and it will be going to Keel. He got one just a little bit too high. He's gone for a hand pass. It's picked up by Tomei. Tomei up towards the centre wing position. A loose ball picked up by Ackley for the Swans. Ackley's kick is long. Oh, that could be in the back against Brown. Swans fans thought so. Picked up by Barry Round. That's for Barry's kicking. It's out of bounds, I think, on the floor. Round, one of the most popular players here. 300-game veteran. I think he's up to about 318 now. Ironmonger just got underneath the ball a little bit. Danaher fires out a long hand pass, covers about 15 metres. Good tackle by Stevie Wright. Might get a free kick for holding the ball against Gary Hodges, and Hodges not too keen on that decision. With I think
Hodges is right.
I reckon he is too. What else could he do? He made all the play there, Pete.
Morwood fires out the hand pass. Here's Bayes again. That's close, I tell you. Elphinston. Jobling. A little bit too slow. And chance for the Saints to get clear through Frawley. The ball driven out towards the outer side of the ground. Ingleton may get there first. Or Murphy. Murphy's got it. Good tackle by Ingleton. Who's coming out with it? No one. Umpire says holding the ball. That will be a free kick to Ingleton, which he will take almost on the centre wing position. Just a little bit short of it.
26 and a half minutes gone. 8 points the difference in favour of the Swans. The ball kicked out wide towards the half-back line. The back got up too high, Cunningham. Too early. There we see the ball taken away from the Swans by Frangalis, back towards centre-half back. But, well, that's for the centre-half back position for St Kilda, but the umpire will ball it up. Well, it's been a tough game and a very entertaining one. Nothing in it at all. St Kilda applying plenty of pressure, knocked out by Round. Comes down to Browning. He fumbled. He's got plenty of time to get clear now. Goes for the long kick, and that's a typical Browning kick. It's a beauty. Up there towards the full forward position. A chance for Bayes again. Gets a hand pass to Evans and a goal. Beautiful play by Bayes there.
Lovely play by the youngster. And, once again, using his body well. Didn't take the mark, but then when it hit the ground, a very quick hand pass to Evans, and that was beautiful play. What a lovely kick from Browning. Right from the centre circle, Browning puts the kick right down towards the square, and Bayes very quick to get the hand pass to Evans, and an equally good goal by Bernie Evans.
Certainly was, Bob. 27.5 minutes gone. 14 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans. St Kilda badly need a goal. It'll be a free kick at the centre bounce. Someone's gone over the square. So Cow to take that free kick in the middle of the ground for St Kilda. Now they want one before siren time. There's a kick. It's a long one over the centre-half forward position. Frangalis in front. Couldn't hold the mark. Bit of a scrimmage developing there, and the umpire will ball it up about 35 metres out from the St Kilda goal. Sydney Swans are 9 goals, 862 to the St Kilda 7 goals, 648. Just over the 28-minute mark. Cowie against Steinbacher, knocked out by Cowie. The ball picked up by Carbone, took a fortnight to get rid of it, then nearly held the ball against him. And the umpire will ball it up, still about 30 metres out from the St Kilda goal. There's dirt at the bottom of the pack then. It's been a fine play today too. It's been a real find up here for the Saints, for the Swans I should say. Cowie against Steinbacher, knocked out by Cowie. No one there for St Kilda. Danaher threads his way through the pack. He's put off balance, but still gets the ball back. Smothered that time by Morwood. Goes after it again. Good play. A long hand pass to Jopling. He lands the ball up there looking for benefits. We see Carter's got him pretty well covered. He's still got his hand to it. Not Bennett, Lockett, I should say. And, of course, he had him well covered, and the ball is finally forced out of bounds. So there'll be a throw-in from that forward pocket just about against the point post in St Kilda's attacking zone.
29 minutes have gone in the quarter, so a chance for the Saints to get a goal before half-time. Steely right. Burrows through. Narkle intercepting.
Oh.
Out goes right again.
Free kick to Narkle.
And right,
he got one right in the throat.
top one.
And that was stupid play there by Jeff Cunningham.
Reversed.
Yes, he's reversed the free kick.
Well, that is pretty silly.
You just do not throw away kicks like that.
Browning from the goal square. Longest kick in the Swan side, certainly. That's no exception. Well up towards the centre wing position. Mark taken by Murphy, and away he goes. Up to half forward. Can't find Round. Elphinston is there with him. Round on the bottom of that stack up. And it will be a ball up at the half forward position for the Swans. The half-time siren not too far away. At quarter time, it was the Swans by 3 points, 36 to 33. Cowie and Round. Picked up by Keel. Keel from half-back, short pass in towards centre field. Darryl Cunningham takes the mark as the siren goes to end the first half of the match. And a pretty interesting one it has been. The Swans in that quarter kicking 4 goals. The Saints had
Kicking a quick goal after the start of a quarter, and I think it applies more in the third term. And there's Rod Olsen not with the phone yelling out, and also there was John Northey with the phone. But on replay now, we see the tackle too high from Tomei there, and that was why the free kick was paid to Bernie Evans, who brought up his 3rd goal.
And that goal came up at the 52nd mark of the first quarter. It increases the Swans' lead now to 20 points, 68 to 48. Ironmonger again, and he could have almost got a free kick there, but Glenn James rules in the negative. Ironmonger looking at him, wondering why not. Self bounce, still at centre field. Cowie and Ironmonger. Won by Cowie this time, trying to find Keel. Ironmonger sockers it off the ground, doesn't get it too far. Out goes Manning. Now Manning's got the chance to pick the ball up. He too gets a push in the back, this time from Mitchell, but the umpire has found a free kick before that. It will go to Fashini. Fashini short of centre field. Starts to play on. He's gone for a hand pass, picked up by Elphinston. Hooks the ball back towards the centre wing position. Morwood had a great second quarter. Gets the hand pass out. It's picked up by Ingleton. Ingleton's gone for a hand pass. It wasn't a particularly good one. But his teammate under plenty of pressure. It will be a free kick.
He actually penalised St Kilda by bringing it back then, because Carbone got the hand pass out, and there's no doubt it was a free kick, but he got the hand pass out to Morwood, and it actually has penalised St Kilda. 2.5
minutes gone of the third quarter. Sydney Swans in front by 20 points. The ball across now towards the full forward area. Oh, there's a free kick against Bennett, I would say. Yes, it'll go to Billy Pick. Well, he didn't attempt to go for the mark then, Bennett. So
on replay now, it was Hawke who was a sufferer there, but picking a beautiful mark.
There's the kick by Picking back out there towards the wing position. In front was Danaher, positioned himself beautifully for that one. Goes for a short pass. They're looking a lot better now, the Sydney Swans. Plenty of coffers. Hallett goes to Durfer out there at half forward. He goes for a pass. It'll be all right. And it's marked down there in the back pocket by Hughes, or the forward pocket by Hughes. He'd be about 35 to 40 metres out from goal, right on the boundary line. And the Sydney Swans in front by 20 points. A short pass. And Wright was left unattended that time by Fashini, and this gives him a better angle at the goals. Not much shorter out. I suppose he'd been only 35 metres out. See what he can do with the kick. Kick by Wright is a good one. And that'll be a goal. So the Sydney Swans running hot now. 26 points the difference. The ball grabbed by Hawke. He's got it out the centre plenty of times today. Down it goes towards the full forward position. A chance for Bay. Crawley goes after him. Down he goes. The umpire called play on as Elphinston gets clear. Down there at full back, goes for a short pass, trying to find Carbone. It's a bit long, kipping in there is Morwood. He's got an open paddock to run here on the wing position, goes for the long kick. Cunningham couldn't hold that mark. It's picked up by Billy Pickett, showing a lot of dash as the ball goes across the centre half forward. Brown got under that one, and it's taken away by Elphinston.
Elphinston gets the hand pass. It's to Fashini. Fashini up towards the centre wing position. Mark missed out there by Ingleton. Seemingly into the back there of Gary Frangalis, and Frangalis will get the free kick, of course. Frangalis just short of centre wing. Puts the ball high up towards the edge of the square. Knock on by Round. Can't find a teammate. Ball kicked back for St Kilda towards centre wing. Wright got up high. That will be in the back, or holding the man. Call it what you will. And the free kick going to the Swans. It will be taken out there for them by Murphy. Murphy on centre wing. Across the half forward, and Danaher nearly took the grab. Evans, he's kicked three, fires out a long hand pass. Morwood spilled it. Kamei in there for St Kilda. Mitchell had it and then lost it. Plenty of pressure on the St Kilda defenders now. Crawley, right in the back pocket. Bayes is there with him. Did he get him too high? I think he might have. And Crawley will take the free kick. He's gone right across goal, but he can't do that. By Glenn James directing that the kick over the mark. Dennis Carroll standing on the mark. And Danny Frawley now with the kick. He's in the left back pocket. 74 to 48. Difference of 26 points. Danaher marking short of right half forward flank. Swans starting to look good in this third term now. Looking for Round. At the back is Carroll. Oh, Morwood comes down with the mark. I thought a couple had their hands on it before him, Bob.
I think they were up and missed it. I think Morwood did take it. We watch on replay. And I think Carroll and Morwood both had it at the same time, so there's no doubt it was a mark.
Tony Morwood has kicked one goal so far for the Swans today. A chance to make it two and increase their lead to 30 points. It looks okay, and it's a goal. 2 goals to Morwood. And the Swans really running away to a pretty useful lead now. 12-8-80 to 7-6-48.
Worried St Kilda bench, and they're worried they might be with 3 goals in only 6.5 minutes since half-time. And that was the mark of Tony Morwood. It was an excellent mark by Tony Danaher that really put the ball back towards Morwood to enable that goal.
The Swans by 32 points now. A great start in this third quarter. Over the 7-minute mark. We wait now for the centre bounce. Cowie against Ironmonger. Knocked out by Ironmonger to right. A quick hand pass comes over to Hughes, and they're really looking good now, the Swans. The Hughes goes right down to the half-forward line of the ball. Goes for a pass, not a good one. It comes back down on Mitchell. He couldn't get clear. Going after his odds as he goes down. Picked up by Hughes again over to right. A good hand pass to Mitchell. This looked dangerous. A snap at goal. Will it make the distance? In front there is Bays. The ball finally knocked out of bounds by Crawley. So the ball out of bounds in the forward pocket position for the Sydney Swans. They've been into attack since the start of this third quarter. Up the back is Cowie. Push that one down. Mitchell got a fresh air shot. Brown goes through. It's a snap at goal. No, he's missed it, Barry, and through for 1 point.
I think he should have hand passed that one, Luke.
Well, I don't think he's got much time there, Barry. I don't think he's got time to think about that. 12 goals, 981, the Sydney Swans, to St Kilda 7-6-48. So it's been a dismal start for St Kilda this third quarter. Short pass. It'll be okay, marked there by Elphinston out there on that half-back line. Shows too much pace for Round. Goes for a pass, looking for Manning. He got under the ball. That's Ackley going after. Couldn't get clear. Strong play by Manning, but he held hold of his leg. This could be a free kick to Ackley. The umpire said play on. Danaher with a long hand pass to Barry Round. He goes for a pass, looking for Carroll, but coming right across to take the mark. That time for St Kilda is Brown. So this is Brown down there in the back pocket. Shoots the ball across towards centre half back. It's a bad kick. Picked up here by Murphy. It's clear. Goes for a pass. Looking for Carroll. Brown for the back, but he was too late, and Carroll got a good mark about 45 to 50 metres out from goal.
An excellent play on that wing, Murphy.
He's been a great player, Bob Hawke. Strong mark by Carroll. He'd know, of course, that Brown was right on his tail. Murphy's had 15 kicks up to this stage of the match, Robert, so that's a fine effort. Waiting on Carroll from about 45 to 50 metres out. It's a long kick. He's made the distance okay, but he's off target and through for 1 point. So it's St Kilda 7 goals, 648 to the Swans doing it easily, 12 goals, 1082.
St Kilda yet to score in the third quarter. The Swans really coming out of the blocks pretty smartly. That'll be holding the man. And the free kick will go to Murphy. Murphy just short of the left half forward flank. He's gone for a pass deep into the pocket. Carroll has marked it. I don't know whether he's inside the line. Yes, he is, says the boundary umpire. He'll be right on it. Certainly touch and go. Crowd in the background of the crowd this afternoon, 7,811. Not a huge crowd, but probably they wouldn't have attracted any more had they played in Melbourne. Carroll from 30 metres out. I'll tell you what, that's not a bad sort of a kick. He's put that through, Dennis Carroll. Carroll's first goal, 40 points the difference. Now 13-10 to 7-6. The Swans have scored 4 goals, 2 in this term. St Kilda have remained scoreless. The chance for them to go forward now, but Ironmonger in the road. Down to Morwen, who was a staff at St Kilda during the second term, picked up by Jeff Cunningham. He breaks clear, but umpire Glenn James has decided it will be a bounce just wide of the centre circle. The bounce at centre field. Plenty of players around the ball now. Is Lockett up there on the ball, picked up by Manning. Down to Darryl Cunningham. St Kilda swing into attack for about the first time in the quarter. Cunningham got plenty of speed, but can't get clear of Evans. That was a fine tackle. Keel leading in the race for the ball. Picks it up well. Tries to get onto the right foot. Successful in doing that. Back towards Cunningham, and Jeff Cunningham takes a fine mark, and I would say for him, almost within kicking distance. However, he's decided to go for a pass. Ingleson, he spotted on his own. Ingleson marks 25 to 30 metres out, almost directly in front.
Well, there's a chance for their first goal for the quarter.
First score, Luke.
First score, well, that's right, Pete. They certainly need a goal. They're trailing by 40 points at the moment. Into this quarter by just on 12 minutes. England's kick on its way. That's hit the post. Well, that's the second post we've had today. Barry Round got one for the Swans, and now England for St Kilda. 13-10-88 to St Kilda 7-7-49. Browning sees an opening here, goes for a short pass. It'll be okay, marked down there by Dersma. Dersma's kick is out towards Carter. Carter in the front posse, but coming at the back that time it was Morwood to take the mark at half back. Goes for a pass, looking out there for Danaher. Couldn't pick it up the first go. He's lost it. And we'll see the ball driven up there by Manning. Over to the more centre half forward. Elphinston got his hands, but couldn't hold the mark. Browning comes out of the pack like a shot. Goes for a pass towards centre half forward. Cowie over, drops the mark. Tomei gives a silly hand pass back to Carroll, but he can't get clear. Backing up as usual. He's played a fine game today. Back it goes to Darryl Cunningham at centre field. Goes wide. They're not going at the goal, St Kilda. out wide towards that half-forward flank. Manning's got a chance to get around Ackley. He does. Then again he gets around Danaher. Now he decides to go towards the goals. Ball's a bit short, punched on by Bennett, but Browning's backing up as usual. Takes the ball at full back. Goes for a long kick out towards the wing position. Players set themselves. There's a good mark taken by Lockett. Well, he's a long way from goal, Bob.
Yes, it's giving a run on the ball, I think, Lou. They've got to try and give some lifts up the ground. And so Lockett was a player, of course, who played so well early in the game. So I think maybe they think he's in form, so let's put him in the play.
Well, he kicked 5 goals at full forward at the first half, but Carter eventually got on top towards the latter stage of the second quarter. There's a fine mark by Carroll. Really coming into the game. A beautiful pass to Bernie Evans. Gets around his opponent very easy. Hand pass to right. This will be a goal for sure. Now he's off target and through for 1 point. Well, that puts them 41 points in front now. What's 40 points still, is it? That's right, 40 points the difference. 13-11-89, the Sydney Swans to St Kilda. 7 goals, 7-49. Into this third quarter by 14 minutes. Waiting now for the ball to come back into play by Frawley. Is it Brown, is it? This is Brown. Kicks the ball out towards the half-back. Not the backers. Lockett couldn't hold that mark. Knocked down again to Manning. A hand pass. Coming out now to Cunningham. That's Jeff Cunningham. A hand pass to Narkle, who's been a very quiet player today. Short pass. No mark there to Elvis. He's battling on, but Fran Gales has got plenty of go about him. Down he goes. That wasn't his Carter, I should say. It's picked up by Murphy. He's played a great game here today for the Swans. Back it goes towards the half-forward line. Hodges in the front posse. Takes the ball over the line and out of bounds. There's a bit of a box on here between Fran Gales and Ingleton. Ball out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. They're 40 points in front. Knocked out by Lockett to Coward. Ball comes back to Barry Round. He lost that one. Cunningham picks it up nicely. That's Darryl Cunningham showing a lot of pace. Goes for a pass to Elphinstone. He overruns the ball. Keel backs up, but it's a bad hand pass. Bashini couldn't get clear. This allows Danaher to give the ball over now to Hawke. Back to Browning at centre half. Forward could nearly kick this goal. It's a long kick. It's on target. It's the post. Golly, he can let him go when he wants to, this fella, can't he, Bob?
Yes, it was just a poor hand pass on that occasion. If the hand pass had been out in front of Mark Browning, he would have been 10 or 15 metres closer to goal and not under pressure.
41 points the difference. And the mark taken by number 19 for the Swans, Danaher.
Starting to come into the game in this quarter.
So to the whole team, they seem to have lifted.
Well, Carroll's bobbed up too in this quarter,
yes,
too.
He has played well. Took that fine mark and kicked a fine angled goal a short time back. Danaher, to him almost within kicking distance. He's a beautiful kick. That one's no exception. Into the 10-metre square. Carey is the flyer. It may be rushed through for a behind. I'll have to wait and see. And by Glenn James coming in to adjudicate. And it may be a ball up. Yes, a bounce it will be. Only about a metre from goal. 41 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans. And almost rushed through. He's got it. Round got it.
He got it all right.
A big cheer for Barry Round as we watch that goal in replay. Almost bounced through, actually. And then Round drops the ball.
Well, he meant to kick it. There was no doubt about that.
Oh, he certainly did.
Play continues now. The Swans in a commanding position. St Kilda held goalless so far in this term. Knocked down by Carroll. Here's another chance for the Swans. Picked up by Hawke. Nearly had his head pulled off. He's gone for a snapshot at goal. It's close. He might have stopped it, I think, Paul Hawke. He has 2 goals in a matter of 60 seconds for the Swans. And that's making the game almost safe for them. Hawke's first, 15-12 to 7-7. Robert?
And a wonderful game by Paul Hawke today. He's continually got the ball out of the centre. He would have got a free kick anyway, I do believe, on that occasion. But Paul Hawke has been a magnificent player from the moment this game has started. 9
Swans players have now scored goals. 2 goals to Murphy, 2 to Bowes, 2 to Round, 2 to Tony Morwood, 3 to Evans, their major contributors.
53 points the difference, just over the 17-minute mark of this third quarter. And the Swans running hot. Knocked out by the big fella Ironmonger. Well, that's a free kick. Will go to Mitchell for a trip. And Mitchell to take the free kick right in the centre of the ground. Kicks the ball long down there towards the forward pocket. Carroll in front. He's got another mark. He's came into the game this quarter too, Bob.
Yes, well, I think taking him off during the second quarter when he got a little bit lax certainly has been the spur that he wants. As on replay, we see the mark by Carroll, and when he's in form, Lou, he did play for Victoria. A couple of years ago, he was running red hot.
brilliant player, great mark, and usually a pretty good kick. There it is on its way. Hit the post again. That's what the third post would have been for this quarter. So it's 103 plays, 49 in favour of the Sydney Swans. And the Saints falling in a hole. A pity because they did play pretty well that first quarter. Ball driven back out there towards the wing position. Oh, nearly a mark to Murphy, but the umpire didn't play it. Narkle's got a chance to get clear, but he's grabbed. He's had a dirty day today. Narkle, Frangalis spins out of the pack. That was real strength on the part of Frangalis. Boots the ball back to Barry Round. He can't bend down, but he's going to tap the ball on again. He gets it out. He's got it again now, Barry, but he's in plenty of trouble. The umpire said dropping the ball against him. Well, a bit of bad luck for Round. The ball back now towards the St. Kilda half-forward line. Plenty of people trying to grab that one, but the umpire's found a free kick, and it'll go to Elphinston out there on that centre wing position. Kick is over the half-forward line. At the back there was Pickett, couldn't hold the mark, but Ackley backing up well. That's his usual role. He plays a great defensive game down there for the Swans. After Danaher has come right into the game like most of his teammates. A beautiful long hand pass coming over there to right. He goes for a pass. It'll be okay. Carroll couldn't grab that one. Bit of fumbling going on. Moore would fumble, and the umpire, I think, may ball this up out there towards the edge of the square, towards the wing position. So we're into this quarter by just on 20 minutes. The third, 15-13, 103 the Sydney Swans to St. Kilda. 7 goals, 749. A baller. Knocked out that time by Lockett. Picked up by Bashini. The ball falls short. Punched on by Dersma. Chance now for Cunningham. He couldn't get clear. They pounce on him. Dano gets it back to Hawke. Out it comes to Mitchell. Down he just about goes down. Picked up by Keeley. Was too slow. Bad hand pass over to right. And the ball marked in the centre of the ground that time by Odgers.
Odgers had a great first quarter. He's gone for a short pass, and that's marked by Darryl Cunningham, still inside the centre square. Onto Morwood, who had a fine second term, but like many of his teammates, he's gone out of it in this quarter. Cunningham's kick up towards the full forward pocket, and the mark is taken down there for the Saints by Brown.
They certainly go the long way around to the goals.
Zigzagging, I think you used to call it the Leyland brothers.
That's right.
When the Nankervis boys put it too long.
Well, it's taken them about 6 kicks to get it up that position. They've gone all over the ground to get it there.
And this ground is fairly short. One kick would do it. It's through for a behind. 1 point to the Saints. Still goalless so far in this term. Remember, they kicked 5-3 in the first term, and their score now only 7-8. So they've added only 17 points since quarter time. The difference is 53 points. Ackley towards the member stand side. Carter was the flyer, couldn't take the marks, and Kilda player down. Play continues up towards Narkle. As Lou mentioned, has had a dirty day. The ball socket up towards the centre wing position now. Off the ground again. That time it was from Hughes. Mitchell. Mitchell's gone for a hand pass. The Swans looking good. This is Evans at the edge of the square. Evans for Mitchell again. Peel won't catch him, really. He shoots it goal. That's another one to the Swans. They're running hot. Mitchell, the 10th player for the Swans to score a goal. Now 59 points the difference, and Kilda scoring only 2 points so far this term, and the Swans have added 7 goals. So a great quarter for them, one of their best for the year, in fact. Ball out towards the centre wing position. Could have been a free kick there. Umpire pays the advantage rule. It's picked up by Keel. He's gone for a short pass into the full forward pocket, and the mark is taken for the Saints by Bennett. Bennett has kicked 2 goals. They've only got 2 goal scorers, actually. Lockett has 5 and Bennett has 2. Bennett from about 40 metres out. He's on a 45-degree angle. That's not a bad sort of a kick. And just touched through, is it? I don't think it will be a mark to Manning. 1 behind. Rushed, we'll put it down to. Off the hands of the pack. And St. Kilda 7-9-51. The Swans 16-13, 109, 58 points the difference.
At the 23-minute mark just about of this third quarter. And of course, Bobby, the Swans look like doing what they did to St. Kilda the first game, the way they've gone about it this third quarter.
Yes, I think that first couple of goals gave St. Kilda a bit of a jolt, and the Swans, of course, have lifted their confidence. And although he was beaten in the first half, I've been very impressed with this player, Lou, and that's Hughes.
Hughes has played a fine game. The ball back there towards the wing position. Dersma got his hands to it, but he finally forced it out of bounds. Strong play on the part of Darryl Cunningham that time, forcing him into error. The ball out of bounds on that half-forward flank, about 75 metres around from the St. Kilda goal. Knocked out by Lockett, picked up by Narkle. His kick is a high one over towards centre half-forward. The pack fly. Pickett couldn't hold that one. There's a chance now. Could be a free kick to England, I think. Yes, grabbed too high, and he'll take the free kick plus a 15-metre penalty. Now, what was that for, Robert?
You tell me.
We'll have a look and see. Now, what's happened for the 15-metre?
Nothing.
Don't know. Well, OK, this gives England a chance to score their first goal for the quarter. There it is on its way, but he's missed it. So they're not having much luck, the Saints. 16-13, 109, the Sydney Swans to St Kilda 7-10-52, and their coach in group there doesn't look too happy. Ian Stewart doesn't look as if he's ever going to smile. Graham
They haven't
Kelly.
got a lot to smile about at the moment,
I
Lou.
certainly haven't, Bob, but still, the ball back into play, and that's a long kick in, a beautiful mark taken there by Moore. They're not getting
Lou, does that not beat that little kick out of the pocket or not?
I'd reckon the old-time fullbacks. There's Barry Round playing like a 2-year-old. Murphy again, the ball long up there towards the full forward position, over the head of the pack, and it eventually rolls through for 1 point. So another score to the Swans, 16-14, 110 to St Kilda, 7-10, 52. Well, it's been a dismal third quarter for them. The ball back out there again. Hughes is on top of Morwood. Ball comes back now to Carbone out there at half-back. But they've got no one to kick the ball up to it forward, and of course they go the long way around. He's going down the ground this time, and Cunningham takes the mark. Jeff Cunningham with a hand pass over to Lockett. Lockett goes for a pass. It might be all right, and Elston's got it well within kicking distance. He's only about 40 metres out from goal directly in front. And boy, do they need a goal.
On replay, we see the short pass coming from Lockett after a good mark by Jeff Cunningham.
There's the kick by Elphinston, but it's off target again. So they move on to 7 goals, 11. And St Kilda in plenty of trouble. 7-11-53 to the Sydney Swans, 16-14, 110. And we're just on the 26-minute mark of this, the third quarter.
Ackley to Hawke. In pursuit, Jeff Cunningham. Out it goes to Carter on the centre wing position. And the Swans full-back, or name anyway, kicks it long. It's 7 goals this quarter. Fashini's kick is a short one, back towards the centre square. Juggled again by Carter. A play on ball from umpire Glenn James. In goes Dersma. And scrimmage to the other thing, it will be a ball up still inside the centre square. 26.25 minutes have gone in the third quarter. It's been a very good one for the Sydney Swans. Saints adding only 5 points so far. Knocked down by Ironmonger. Almost got grabbed too high. Picked up by Carter. Wobbles the punt kick up towards the centre field area. Good knock on by Round over to right. He gets it back to Hawke. He's a good long kick, this little kid. Hawke's kick up to the pocket. And the fact it hit the behind post, so it will be out of bounds on the full. And the free kick for the Saints will be taken by Danny Frawley. Frawley's kick trying to find Cowie. Round is there. Cowie just about brought it down. In fact, the umpire, I think, has played him, has he, Bob?
Yes, he has, Pete.
Hodges. Keep dropping short. Lockett. Lockett still battling there. No one to get it out to. Finally, it comes to Narkle. Danaher. A wobbly punt kick up towards the full forward position. Frawley wrestling with his opponent down there. Bays, good tackle, almost a throw. Picked up by Carroll. He's had a great third quarter, Dennis Carroll. And the snapshot for goal slightly off target. 1 point is the end result to the Sydney Swans. 16-15, 111 to 7-11-53 at the SCG. 27.5 minutes gone. Number 19 for the Saints is Brown, and he'll bring the ball back into play this time. Over the top, Cunningham can't complete the mark. Fashini in pursuit. Hawke. Fashini's got plenty of speed. The former Swans player goes for the hand pass. It's picked up by Jobling on right centre wing. Jobling's kick not a good one. Rangalis got a fist to it. In goes Cunningham again. He's certainly trying for the St Kilda side, but it's out of bounds in the Saints' right forward pocket. We'll see a boundary throw in as we approach the 28-minute mark.
Only about 20 or 30 metres around from their goal. Just over 28 minutes gone of this last quarter. It's been the Swans all the way. St Kilda haven't been in the hunt. Disappointing because they played so well the first half of the match. Ackley couldn't get that, but now he's got it. Goes after it again. Goes for a hand pass. There's a chance for a goal. Carbone snaps, and I think he's got it through for a goal at last. So that was a much-needed one, Robert.
Yes, it's rare that Ackley makes mistakes, but that was a mistake on that occasion. If he'd put the ball forward and he had two players calling for it, but nonetheless, it's easy from up here. It's easy to see those players, but when you're over the top of the ball, trying desperately to get it clear, and then Carbone would be pleased to see Ackley make the odd mistake and bring up St Kilda's first goal for the quarter.
Still 52 points the difference in favour of the Swans. 111 plays 59. Waiting for the centre bounce again. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Comes down to Narkle. Pounces on that one but loses it. Hughes again. He's grabbed, didn't have the ball. The umpire called play. A good play on the part of Hawke. Out to Murphy. One of the best players on the ground. A long kick up there towards Moore, but he falls. Crawley's got a chance to get clear. He's grabbed by Garrett. Did he drop it? Let's see what the umpire's going to say about this. I think he might ball it up.
You don't play those up there, Lou.
They're pretty, you've got to be, you've got to be pretty tough sort of an umpire to play those ones. I'm not saying that James is not. He's a damn good umpire. Knocked out by Cowan. Kicked through by Bernie Evans for a goal. So that's how well they're going. That's goal number 4 to Evans. And he kicked 9 for the last time these two sides met. And of course he's on the way now.
I'm trying to work out where Cowie was intending to hit that.
I think he tried to
put it through, Pete, yes.
So they're not looking too good. 17-15, 117 the Sydney Swans to St Kilda 8-11-59.
Darrell not too happy with that. Bernie Evans said thanks, didn't he?
Certainly did. Well, he's kicked 4. And what was 9 they kicked the last time against this mob in the early part of the season, Bob.
And he doesn't mind playing against St Kilda, you think, Lou?
I reckon that, well, you get teams where you play your better games. There's Ironmonger dominating the centre bounces. Out it goes now to Manning. He can't crash through the pack. It's picked up by Keel. A hand pass coming out now. But the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Manning at centre field. And they'll go out wide instead of going straight down the ground. At the back there was Bennett, got up high, picked off the pack that time by Carbone, and he might have got another goal. He has another one to the Saints. That's his second goal.
I'll say one thing for them, Lou. They're still going at it. They certainly have not thrown in the towel. As Manning, one of the young players who is, starting to really come into it. Bennett was up high, and Carbone reading that beautifully off the pack.
Carbone 2 this quarter. He got the first at the 28-minute mark, and that one coming up at the 30-3/4-minute mark. And so he's certainly trying. 17-15 to 9-11. 117 to 65. It's a long way to come back. Then again, they gave Essendon a fright down at Moorabbin a few weeks ago when they were a long way behind at 3/4 time. Maybe Graham Jelly can once again get them firing in the last quarter here.
I think in that match they kicked 6 goals in 11 minutes, Pete.
Well, it just goes to show, Lou, that 8-goal lead is not a match-winning one even at this stage. And though, as I said, it's a long way to come back. Ironmonger doing a great job in the ruck, picked up by Danaher. Danaher wobbles the punt kick up towards the half-forward line now. Out comes Frawley. Didn't get very far. Chance for Bayes. He picks the ball up beautifully. Shows a good turn of speed. The snapshot is off target, though. And it beats Paul Tomei over the boundary line. It will be thrown in the Swans' right forward pocket. 117 to 65. 31 3/4 minutes gone.
A great tackle there by Tony Morwood to contain the ball in the forward line.
Round and Cowie. In front is Cowie as the siren goes for 3/4 time. Bernie Evans has a snapshot for goal, but it won't be counted. A good third term by the Swans. They kicked 8 goals. Can they come back? Ball knocked down to Danaher. Short pass up the left half forward. It was intended for Evans. It wasn't a good one. Picked up by Keel. Keel tries to get clear, but the hand pass is intercepted by Hawke, and away they go again through Murphy. Another hand pass back to Barry Round. Murphy again. He's played a great game. He'll have a shot at goal from 25 metres out. And again, they've opened the quarter very quickly with a goal to Mitchell, I should say. And Mitchell putting it through. 123 to 65. And that goal came up in only 25 seconds.
Well, it makes the difference. 58 points now, Bob. And that one goal, not after the count of each quarter, makes a heck of a difference to a side.
It's a great tackle by Tony Danaher. A good hand pass, first of all, by Hawke, then by Mitchell, and taking it back again, Mitchell. And so that one was just what Graham Jelly did not want.
So 58 points the difference now. Mitchell's second goal, the Swans 18th. And they've scored 9 goals after half-time to St Kilda's 2. Back into the centre, just over the 1 minute mark of the final term. Knocked down by Ironmonger again. He's done a great job in the ruck today. Chance out there for Cunningham to fire out the hand pass. It's a long one. Carbone may get there first. If he's quick enough, he's well shepherded. He kicked 2 goals in the third quarter. Runs his full distance, shoots the ball back across the ground to the centre half forward position for the Saints. Roving it well as Hawke. putting the body in well is Keel, and the umpire will ball it up just off the edge of the square. Morwood looking in a little bit sore as he makes his way back to this bounce. Copped a heavy one. Ironmonger with Cowie. Cowie wins this one. The umpire has found a free kick though, and the free kick will go to Big Ironmonger, who's certainly been a great asset to the Sydney team this year. Now to Danaher. Danaher on right centre wing. He's gone for a hand pass, picked up by Hawke again. Hawke a short pass, not a good one though, and the ball over the boundary line at the 2-minute mark of the final term.
And it's 58 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans. Ball up, or throw in from about 55 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. And there we see Barry Round get a short kick. Actually, it was a long one for him. Tamay couldn't get clear, knocked on by Tamay again. Out it goes to Bernie Evans, who's already kicked 4 goals. A hand pass coming now from over to Mitchell. A long shot up towards the goals. There's a chance here now for the ball to be picked up by Moore. Got it on the first top, fires at the goals, but it won't come around enough, and it's through for 1 point. So it's 59 points in front the Sydney Swans. 18-16, 124 to St Kilda, 9-11-65. Ready with the ball to come back into play. Up towards half-back. Cowie and Ironmonger. Neither can get that. Fashini's grabbed that time. The umpire spotted that against Hawke. And he takes the free kick out there on the centre wing position. Out wide. Chance for Rogers to take the mark, and he does it short of half forward. So they certainly go the long way around, St Kilda, don't they?
Leaves them pull back where they look for a short pass.
That's right, the ball out of bounds. And there'll be a throw in about 50 metres around from the St Kilda goal. 59 points the difference. But now for the ball to come back off the top of the pack. There's little Keel weaving his way through the pack. The kick doesn't make the distance. The back that time was Manning. It's finally forced through for 1 point. So it's 58 points in front now, the Sydney Swans. Running on Browning. 124 plays 66. They've only kicked 2 goals since half-time. St Kilda, the ball out wide. There's a chance now for the ball to be driven up here by Dersma. He's been another find for the Swans this year. He's played some fine games. Over to Bernie Evans. Had no trouble getting around Hodges at centre half forward. A long kick into the goal square. Morwood in front. A beautiful position mark that time. Great mark.
And I think we saw the value there, Lou. Although Morwood was behind on that occasion, he didn't have the run, and there he just whips around in front.
That's right.
and gets the front position.
The value of playing in front, and it's a goal that makes the difference.
Well, it's turning into be a good percentage boosting match for the Swans, and just looking at their defence, what they have had scored against them so far this year, as we watch that in replay, it has been one of the best. In fact, statistically speaking, the second best of the whole competition so far. 132-66. And of course, the Saints not scoring a high amount of points this afternoon also against them. Danaher up towards their half-forward line once more. And the ball paddled over the boundary line by Darryl Cunningham. It will be thrown in the right forward pocket for the Sydney Swans, about 25 metres from their goal. 5.5 minutes gone in the final term. Round and Frawley. Knocked down by Frawley. Tried to find Darryl Cunningham. Picked up by Paul Tamay. Tamay fires out the hand pass. Knock on by Fashini. Back to Jobling. Back to Gary Hodges, who had a great first quarter with 9 kicks, but he hasn't really beaten the play that much since then. 2-on-1 out there in favour of the Swans. Good tackle on Ingleton, or maybe he was pushed in the back. He will get the free kick.
Now it's holding the ball against him.
Bill Picken will get the free kick. Picken from half-back. Great mark last quarter. Danaher, he hasn't played a bad game either. Certainly been in the action quite a lot. Hawke up to half forward, missed by Brown. Saints may get out of this. There's 3 of them there. Big Cowie just about caught with the ball, but he's good enough to get a hand pass away. And it's taken away by Darryl Cunningham. Oh, doesn't get a favourable bounce. In goes Hughes. Paddles the ball further forward for Ironmonger. Ironmonger back to Browning. Intercepting for the Saints is Jobling. Jobling from half forward, a short pass. Trying to find Lockett. Could be on the shoulder. No, says umpire Glenn James. Picked up by Browning again, but he can't get clear. And umpire James has decided it will be a bounce about 35 to 40 metres out from goal. Final quarter in progress. Nearly 7 minutes Number 34 for the Saints, limping as Carbone. He kicked 2 good goals in the third quarter. Browning takes the tap down, picked up by Bernie Evans, and the Swans get clear again.
Back to the centre of the ground. Hawke, just about the best player on the ground, takes the mark, goes for a short pass. It'll be all right. Grabbed here by Danaher. 64 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans. Called out at Carroll. He should mark this one. He does. Too strong for Cunningham then. He's taken some fine marks since half-time, this fellow, Bob.
As I said, Lou, I think that jolt of being taken off was just what he needed. On replay now, we see an excellent mark from Carroll. And as Lou said, once again, Hawke in the middle of things.
And we're waiting for this kick from about 35 metres out on a slight angle. This might be all right. Yes, a point.
1 goal for to Dennis Carroll, Lou.
Well, OK, the difference now, what's that, 65 points the difference. Didn't carry one that night, Pete?
Close enough, but it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, it does, because everything counts. Collingwood are fighting over that goal they missed out on yesterday. But the ball comes back now to Jeff Cunningham. A good hand pass to Narkle there on his own. He runs to centre field. He better get rid of this. It's a hurried kick. Kicked into no man's land. Flying high as Frank Garlis to take a great mark. Not even looking that time, Narkle, when he kicked that. Made it easy for this defence. Ball driven back there now. It's Billy Pickup going for one of those long kicks of east to centre half. Well, there he is, the old jam. Barry round with a beautiful hand pass over to right. The ball back there towards the full forward position. It's a goal coming up short. Morwood gets it over to Hawke. It's too long, but he'll recover. Spins back to Carroll. Gets around his opponent. Snaps it, goal. And he's put it through. 1 point's the difference. The ball kicked out by Hughes, who's played a slashing game in the centre. He's on top of Morwood. Back it goes to Bays. Back to Hughes again. A bit of a fumble. But they're not getting much opposition from St Kilda. This time it's Morwood coming out of the pack. A pass and a good one to Cowie. A hand pass coming over to Hodges. Back to Narkle. He scoops that in nicely, goes for a hand pass back there to Winkler, but he's soon put off balance. But he'll get a free kick. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball, so they've got a chance to score their first goal for the quarter. Well, a lot of young players in the St Kilda lineup. They don't know much about the big occasion yet, Bob.
Looks like Tony Morwood coming off, Lou, and I think that would be a precautionary measure only.
OK, waiting on young Ingleton to have a shot at goal from about 35 metres out. There it is, and it's a goal. So that's helped their score a little bit to save less embarrassment. 20 goals, 17, 137 the Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 10 goals, 12, 72.
Tony Morwood has been out for 4 weeks as we watch on replay. Ben Ingleton making amends for a couple of misses during that third quarter, but the kid has been at it all the time, and it's certainly no fault of those youngsters.
65 points the difference. We're just over the 10-minute mark of this last quarter. It's going to be a late finish here in Sydney. Should imagine it'll be after 5 o'clock. There we go again. Knocked away by the big fellow Ironmarker. Picked up by Tomei. Hooks the ball back towards centre half forward. Coming out to meet it. Missing was Bennett. That gave Picken an easy go at it. Ball punched away from Hawke by Jobling. This is Narkle again. Hand pass to Tomei, over to Jobling, and the Saints go back into attack.
Jobling's kick to the right half forward flank, trying to find Jeff Cunningham. There's Ingleton again. Now he's got a chance, but the ball is very close to the boundary line. Good shepherd by Cunningham. Keeps Ackerley at bay, but the ball just dribbles over the boundary line. It will be thrown in. Of course, in the first round this year, the difference was 110 points. So it's been 2 bad matches by the Saints against the Swans in 1985. And the difference at the moment, 65 points. First quarter looked as though the game was going to be fairly even. The Swans led by 3 points, 36-33. And after half-time, it's been all the Sydney team. They've really done most of the attacking, and they've had plenty of avenues to go. This guy's been one of them. Hughes played a very good game.
Yes, I'm really impressed with Hughes today.
Bays has contributed well. What he has done has certainly looked good. Trying to find Carroll again. Almost a mark down there to... that was Mark Roberts. He's just come onto the ground. I think he's a Sydney boy, isn't he, Bob?
Yes, he is. Played with St George up here, who are the same colours as the Swans.
Bays' kick back to the 10-metre square. Carroll, by gee, just about got that one. Round had a hand on it as well. And the umpire says it is a push in the back. It will be going to St Kilda. And it will be taken by Hodges. Hodges in the last line of defence. Danaher. Good kick, this fellow. Brown has it knocked away from him. Jobling and Hawke. Good play by Hawke. Gets it past Narkle. Picked up by Murphy. Mitchell's there, seemingly with one in the back, but the ball over the boundary line. The umpire says no free kick. It will be thrown in almost in the left forward pocket. 137 to 72 in favour of the Sydney Swans. Round and Frawley. Knocked away by Cowie. Picked up by Narkle. On it to May. To May slung. Still gets his kick in. Back towards the centre field area. Browning juggles it well. Runs into three of them. A brick wall job there. Ackley's kick is a short one. Down towards half-forward right flank for the Sydney team. Picked up by Roberts. He's got a hand pass back to Danaher. Danaher steadies, runs into goal and fires. It's off target. And it bounces through for 1 point to the Swans. Kicked by Danaher. The scoreboard now. 20 goals, 18. 138. St Kilda 10-12-72 at the 13-and-a-quarter-minute mark.
Bob, looking at Danaher there's some tremendous talent in that Danaher family when you think of it, isn't it?
Yes, what a tragedy the three of them aren't out there.
Isn't it a tragedy? But you got Neil and Terry at Eston. This fella's just as talented too. Can't see an effort the ball to come back towards the half-back flank, but this Brangalis won't give up. Still struggles. Narkle coming out now, but he's collared by Wright. Narkle again with a hand pass back to Fashini. Fashini's kick is well smothered that time by Little White, and the ball is out of bounds. And he's like a little bull terrier, that Wright. He never gives up, does he?
No, he's a great example for the rest of the side, Lou. In fact, for anybody for that matter.
Back to Fashini again, out there towards the half-forward flank. Well, he's over the half-forward flank now. Let's see what he can do with this one. It's a long kick. Up there towards Lockett and Carter. Lockett got one hand to it, but Carter's had him pretty well covered. A hand pass back there to Keel. He's fumbled the ball. Back it goes to Elphinson. He's too slow. Now he's got a chance to score, but he's hooked it. Hit the post again. That's the fourth poster for the day, isn't it?
It is. I think Elphinson hit the post earlier in the game as well.
He did, Bob.
138 plays 73 in favour of the Sydney Swans. Into this last quarter by just on 14 and a half minutes. The ball on the half-forward line. Picked up by Jeff Cunningham. It's a kick into the goal square. Lockett in the front posse. Got his hands but couldn't hold the mark. He's already kicked 5 goals. Down goes Fashini. Got one in the back for sure. And umpire Glenn James was quick to notice that one. Pays the free kick to Fashini, only about 15 metres out from goal. And of course, Bob, he's kicked a lot of goals. When he did, he play for the Swans.
Dersmer off the ground.
Looks as though he's got shoulder trouble too.
Well, maybe an arm, Lou.
Kick by Fashini will be through, and a goal. Just over the 15-and-a-half-minute mark. 138 plays 79 in favour of the Sydney Swans. And they're ready to go back into attack. There's Hughes again. He's played a fine game. I'd say that he, Hughes and Ball, and plus Little Murphy, the three best players on the ground. I think you'd doubt that, Bob, would you?
They've been good players, Lou, but that whole centre line, Murphy, Hughes and Danaher have been excellent. Well,
waiting on Morwood, who did play very well in the second quarter, but Hughes fought back, and now he's well on top of Morwood. That's a fine effort because Morwood's a very talented player. The ball over the half-forward line. Oh, that's a great mark for Cunningham. It's Jeff Cunningham with the mark. Out there at half-forward, goes for a short pass. It's a dangerous one, but Elphingston's got it okay. Top one right behind the ear from Cruz, and he'd be about 40 metres out from goal on a pretty acute angle. See whether he can kick or make the distance. No, it's not a great kick. And I think he's put it out of bounds on the full. There will be a penalty free kick going down there to the Sydney Swans. 20 goals, 18, 138 to St Kilda, 11, 13, 79. Into this last quarter by just on 17 minutes.
Well, 2 posters and 1 out of bounds there for Elphinston. Carter told to kick over the mark.
Well, you wouldn't have given a minty wrapper for this guy after Lockett kicked 5 goals against him, Bob, but he's really bounced back, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's certainly done well.
Well, those 5 goals in the first half too. Picked up by Hughes. Round, back to Wright. Wright's gone for a short pass down towards full forward, and that's okay. And the mark is taken for the Swans by Mark Roberts. Well built sort of on that. Let's watch the mark again. Good lead, good mark. He's only been on the ground a few minutes. A chance for his first goal of the game. Kick is close. I don't think close enough. They're on 1 behind. To the Swans. And their score now in the final term, 20 goals, 19. 139 to 11, 13, 79. They've kicked 3 goals this quarter. St Kilda has kicked 2. Ball back into play. Tomate takes the mark short of half back. towards centre field now, picked up by Frangalis. Tackled by Ingleton over the head of Cowie. In goes Ironmonger. Jobling there for St Kilda as well. Puts the body in okay and comes out with the ball. That was well played. Gets the hand past the Carbone. Carbone now moving well. He's gone for a short pass. Oh, Lockett just couldn't quite take it, but the Swans defence doing a good job down there. Comes back to Danaher. Danaher's going for a short pass out towards centre wing. Bernie Evans. Good shepherd by Stevie Wright. Cunningham. Certainly tried all day for St Kilda. Odgers, was he grabbed too high or did he have the ball? It was the former. And Odgers will take the free kick on centre wing. Sydney Swans fans not too happy with that. Let's watch it again. Well, was it too high, Bob?
I don't think so.
Odgers. To left half forward flank. In front is Ackley. And the ball pretty close to the boundary line. It beats Bernie Evans and it will be thrown in on the centre wing position. Getting pretty dark here at the SCG, but of course the lights are now on. 139 to 79. 60 points the difference. So it will be a pretty convincing win to the Sydney Swans. Danaher, beautifully done, weaves his way through the pack and goes long up to their half-forward line. Leading out well was Roberts. A chance now for Bayes. He's gone for a hand pass, picked up by Mitchell. A snapshot at goal, and he too has hit the post. How many have we had now, Lou? 5, I think. 20-20 to 11-13. 142-79. 5 posters in the day. Elphinstone has a couple. And we had a few, of course, last Monday at the MCG, North Melbourne and Hawthorn. That will be in the back, I think, and the free kick will be going to Danny Frawley. Frawley at the half-back flank. Up the centre wing, Pickett in front. Almost marked with one hand. Ingleton. Narkle on the run at half-forward. The pass and a beautiful lead out there by Tony Lockett. And Lockett takes the mark. He's got a chance to bring up his first goal after half-time.
There's nothing any fullback can do about passes like that. As we see it right onto the chest of Lockett. And the way Lockett has been kicking the ball, I would imagine that he'd bring up his 6th straight goal today.
That's right, Bob, going for goal number 6. But he's had a run in the ruck. This is his 8th kick coming up. So 8 out of 6, 6 out of 8 kicks, not a bad effort. But of course, let's see what he can do with this one. There it is. And that's goal number 6. So it's still the Sydney Swans a mile in front. 20 goals, 20, 140 to St Kilda. 12 goals, 1385.
Yes, those other couple of kicks of Tony Lockett's were when he went onto the ball. So his from full forward, it's been 6 kicks, 6 goals. As on replay, we see young Ingleton get it across the Narkle, and he's been amongst the missing most of the day, Narkle, but a beautiful pass on that occasion.
Certainly was, Bob. Into the quarter by just on 21 minutes. Centre bounce again, knocked out by Cowie. Wright goes after, Cowie pushes on again. Ball bounces the wrong way for Frangalis, but he still taps it out. Fashini chips in front of Ironmonger, takes the ball across. He's grabbed by Frangalis, but gets a hand pass for Jobling out to Narkle again, who's coming to the picks, but it's a bit late. Goes for a pass for Lockett again, and he's got it. Well, they've got a bit of an understanding, those two. That was another beautiful pass and a good lead by Lockett.
It certainly was, Lou, and I think the Swans have relaxed a little bit at the moment. They've got to lift their game, but St Kilda, to their credit. And it's some of the youngsters, like Jobling, that it was, who, along with Fashini, got that ball out. And they just do not know how to lie down, those kids, which is great for the future.
And, of course, Lockett going for the 7th goal. He's only had 7 shots at the big ones, and let's see what he does with this other goal. So that's out 7 goals out of 7 shots for the goal. That's what you call percentage football. Not a bad effort, really, is it?
Great effort. And as you said, 2 lovely passes from Narkle.
But that doesn't make his coach very happy, because they're a long way down the drain. What's that kick again, Bob?
Actually looks as though he's going to kick it on every occasion, Lockett. Very confident.
Well, he's got the box on now. Doesn't want to get reported because he's kicked 7 goals. The ball up at the centre of the ground while these two are boxing on down there at the full forward position. 7 goals from 7 kicks at full forward. You can't do much better than that, particularly when your side's only kicked 13 and they're trailing 13-13 to 20-20 as they go now for Keel. Ball over the half-forward line, coming in to meet it now is Ingleton with Frangalis. Ingleton gets the run of the ball, he gets clear, but Frangalis won't give it. That was a great tackle. Out it goes again. The ball picked up here now by Mitchell. A hand pass coming over to Wright. Wright gets the ball back to Browning. Goes for a pass. Looking for Carroll. Carroll got under that. Coming in now is Jobling. Plays the ball over towards Cunningham, but they both fumbled it. Now Jobling falls on top of it. The umpire will ball it up about 20 metres out from the Sydney Swans goal. Their score is 20 goals, 20-140 to St Kilda 13-91. Narkle looks as though he's in a bit of trouble. 91 plays 140 as we approach the 23.5-minute mark. The ball hits the deck. Big Roberts was ready to get clear then, but the umpires found a free kick down there to Cowie in the back pocket. Cowie goes for a pass. Might be all right, but it's marked here by Keel. Keel's got the ball at centre-half forward. Well, he's been fairly quiet today, Bob. He's battled hard, but he hasn't done much. Tried hard. Mark to Frangalis. He's had a great season with the Swans this year, this fellow. Got the ball out there on the centre wing. Goes across to centre-half forward. Barry Round trying to position himself. Got one hand to it. There's a good hand pass coming out now to Danaher. This will be a goal for sure. Good play on the part of... that was Hughes getting that hand pass. And as we said before, I think we've knocked up roughing this guy. He's played a great game today for them.
Yes, even when he was down at one stage during that second quarter, he just kept at it and at it and at it. And he takes it off the hands. And
his 8th kick this quarter, Bob.
Well, it's been a fantastic centre line. Danaher, Hughes and Murphy.
And he's the 11th Swans player to kick a goal here this afternoon. Back into the centre. We're approaching the time-on period now of the final term. 146-91. A difference of 55 points in favour of the Swans. So a good percentage-boosting win, even though St Kilda have come back fairly well in this last term. Oh, Wright takes the hand pass out of the centre. Barry Round. That hand pass is as good as one of his kicks, picked up by Mitchell now. Mitchell, a long shot at goal. It's going pretty close, and Robert shepherds it through. Great goal. Well, this young fellow's got a lot of talent too, Bob, hasn't he?
He certainly has. I think he's going to be around for a long time. But Barry Round in the thick of things again, so he's really proving his value. And I think on that occasion, and you must feel a bit sorry for Paul Morwood there. I think he thought he was still in the other Guernsey. And he gave a hand pass across to Stevie Wright, and having done that myself, hand passing to the opposition and seeing him kick a goal.
Nice feeling.
You look for a hole to jump into.
Give it here, mate. 152-91. Knocked down by Ironmonger, tapped on further forward by Wright, and the Swans swing into attack again. Out comes Big Roberts, and picked up by Hughes. Hughes has a flying shot at goal, won't quite make the distance. Carroll fumbles. Chance for Darryl Cunningham. Certainly the Swans putting the St Kilda defence under plenty of pressure. Morwood's kick is out towards the centre wing position. No one can take the mark out there. Showing good speed, though, is actually well up from the back pocket. His kick is long down towards full forward. Round in front, the grab.
Good on you, Barry. They love him up here, don't they?
He's got a 15-metre penalty too.
He might get the distance.
But the crowd are going mad here for Barry Round, and it's great to see the old champ just getting a mark
like that. What the 15-metre penalty was for.
Oh, he's hanging on to it.
5 marks to Barry Round in game number, I think it's 318. He's kicked 2 goals. Now you can make it 3 goals. The Big Bazza, Mr. Popularity here at the SCG. Barry Round putting through his third.
Love him, don't they?
Yep. 158-91. Real cult figure is Barry.
Certainly is.
So time on being played in the final term. Let's watch the mark again. Ackerley well up from the back pocket. Ahead of Carbone, and put it right down the throat of Round. Good grab, and he got a 15-metre penalty and his 3rd goal.
Showing a bit of flesh there too, Barry, wasn't he?
Plenty of it to show, and the crowd pretty happy with the result, and I'm sure Barry Round's performance as well. Took a long time for him to get back into the seniors. He's playing fairly well this afternoon, and quite a useful player in the forward pocket. Darryl Cowie in the ruck for the Saints, 151-91. He's contesting against Ironmonger. Haven't seen much of Sidebottom today. Cowie wins that one, picked up by Paul Hawke. Hawke fires out the hand pass back towards centre field. Kick away to Wright, and getting it back again for the Swans is Murphy. They go forward once more.
And it's up there towards Robert. Nearly got the mark. He goes down. They fall on top of him there. He tries to get it out. He eventually does over there to Bayes. He goes down too. There's a bit of fumbling going on by both sides. Does it go for Hughes? He gets clear, gets a good hand pass to Bernie Evans, but he's grabbed. Plenty of slinging going on. It's finally got out that time by Keel. Ball driven down there by Cunningham, back towards that half, or the wing position. A good mark taken here by St Kilda's Manning. Manning runs on. The umpire call play on. He's going to lose this. Bays goes after it again. Down goes Jeff Cunningham. He was grabbed, but he didn't have the ball, and it'll be a free kick to Cunningham out there at centre-half back.
We'll go across the ground all the time.
Oh, they're doing it all the time. They take a fortnight over to Tomei from Jobling. Tomei's at centre field. Let's see where he goes now. Short pass. Alveston overruns the ball. So does Frangalis. But backing up well that time as Cruz gets a high kick out towards the wing position. Coming across the market is Fashini, and he's out there at half forward. Fashini kicks the ball across there. He was the popular player up here for years when he played with the Swans, but they don't like him here much now. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Cowie at centre half forward. Into this quarter by 28.5 minutes. It's the Sydney Swans, 23 goals, 20, 158 to St Kilda, 13, 91. Cowie with a chance to drive it deep into attack. Down goes Bennett. Elphingston picks it up. A snap at goal, but Ackley's at the back. Goes the big punch, and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds in the forward pocket position for St Kilda, right against their point post. 23-20 plays 13-13 as we approach the 29-minute mark of this, the last quarter. Back into play again. Lockett goes the punch. There's a chance now for the ball to be kicked through by Manning. He snaps, but little Wrights there pushed it through, and it's through for 1 point. So we're waiting now for the scoreboard to show 23 goals, 20, 158, the Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 13, 14, 92. It's getting mighty dark here. We're very lucky we've got the lights on at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Well, back out there towards Cowie and Ironmonger. Little Mitchell coming out of the pack with a good hand pass over there to Browning. Browning's kick is well over the half-forward line. A chance for Round to mark it. He's got it. Now, Round would be about 45 minutes. He's gone for a hand pass over to Mitchell. This could be a goal. He's trudging an opponent up, gets a hurried kick as he's knocked over. This might be a goal. Was it touched on the line by Cunningham? Yes, it was. Well, Barry Round doing a great job. He's kicked 3 goals up to this stage of the match. 23-21, 159, the Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 13-14, 92. Into the last quarter by just over 30 minutes.
Mark missed down there by Manning. Danaher just about grabbed him close to the boundary line. Manning wins out, though. That was well played. He's gone for a pass in towards the centre field, picked up by Odgers. Odgers down to Jeff Cunningham. Cunningham to half forward, but the Swans standing for Max Cruz takes the mark. 20-metre hand pass. On to Picken. On to Ackley. On to Carter. Carter running up from full back. Ironmonger and Cowie. Had a great duel all day. Honours with Ironmonger. Browning fumbles. Picked up by Peter Keel. Keel goes for a short pass, and he's found Tony Lockett. He won't score a goal from there. He's almost on the wing position. So insert a pass, trying to find Ingleton. He couldn't do so. It's out of bounds, and that's the end of the game. A convincing win to the Sydney Swans. And the final scores here on Sevens Big League from the SCG. The Swans 23-21. 159 to St Kilda, 13-14, 92.